Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? Long time, long see. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe, and make sure you guys press the buttons. Throw them likes up. And most important, happy holiday, happy Kwanzaa, happy what's the other Jewish holiday? Hanukkah, happy everything. Okay, since we coming to the end. But other than that, your girl been on laying low for a bit due to she been felt tired a lot, but at the same time I feel like it's gonna be a lot going next year, so it's needed. But anyway, we're gonna be talking about all the latest gossip, everything that we miss to get updated. And yes, I wrote it on my future wall. Be consistent on this channel because lately, anyway, long story short, we gonna keep going. But anyway, let's talk about recent news. Jermaine Jackson being accused of the R word, graping. Instead, we're going to use because, yeah. And then not only that, he accused of it since 1988. And when I first heard that, the first thing that came to my mind, like, do they got the right Jackson? Because I don't see him doing it. I don't see Michael Jackson doing it. I don't see Jackie doing it. Nor do I see Marlon or Tito doing anything like that. Randy, yes, cause he don't got no chill. He look like he don't hold nothing in, and not only that, you know, he's got the same energy just like P Diddy. I feel, you know, if you reject him, he have a whole temper tantrum and things like that. It's like that's what gives off energy wise, and what I see if you don't give him what he want. But other than that, it was hard for me to believe that it was Jermaine Jackson giving females R words. It was told that he took girls in the back and things like that, and they had a way with them, all the brothers besides Michael and Marlon, who was kids at the time. So it's kind of, skeptical. It still is to me, but I don't see it at all. But other than that, we still watch, we still see, we'll still look out and more information updates, wait for, more evidence because nowadays anybody could create evidence that's not legit. So read between the lines what I mean by that. Since we got all these AI algorithms and we got CGIs and all that other extra stuff, Photoshop, anything could look real but not really real. Nice way to put it. Next story, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna talk about Bishop T.D. Jakes. Yes, I said Bishop T.D. Jakes. Oh, hey Mia. We're gonna talk about Bishop T.D. Jakes. What I heard and what's going on in these gospel streets about him, other than busting wide open, but he was grooming young men for a long time since the 1980s. They said he would have them as mentorships first, and then he was taking them underneath his wings. He was making them seem like he was a cool guy, feeding them food, hang out, do what fellas do. And then after a while, he started grooming them more and more to keep coming to their house, slowly taking off their clothes. And after a while, he started touching them on their legs and their arms. And the others said that one time they slept over his house, thought they was feeling comfortable sleeping over his house. Wound up waking up him touching, their low regions, word on the gospel streets. And then not only that, lots of people believe that when he was facing them charges, that's when he decided to ordain his daughter Sarah to be the pastor at that time. And mind you, the same Sarah, the one who got pregnant at 13. So anyway, he was saying, I believe in redemption. Parents say whatever. But a lot of people believe that he was going through the legalities at that time as well, because he needs someone to keep the church going while he take care of the business that he got going on. But most importantly, I found out more deeper that not only was the young guy who going through it, his name is Prophet Metis Jordan, but it was a guy years ago. I remember back in 2008 or 2009, and he was like he was, molested as a child. And then he been complaining about it 25 years and nobody didn't listen. His parents said that, that's rude to lie on a man of God. You know how parents is, they don't play about Christian and people lying, even in the Bible. Don't talk about things or gossip about anything unless it's true, unless you got facts. Because you will be judged on it spiritually as well physically. So not only that, there are so many young men who came out talking about them being touched by Bishop T.D. Jakes. And then not only that, lots of people believe that in some areas T.D. Jakes might be gay, but despite him being a married man. But other people believe that the marriage is not really marriage. They said that him and his wife been separated for almost going on 15 years. And they not together really. Only showing up to church as business and then leaving back home and sleeping in two different rooms. That's what the word on Gospel Street saying talk about. Then not only they said they really is separate, but not only that, the daughter, she also knew about it because she had seen guys come over to the father's house when she was with her father. And then for her to say things like that's not true, it never happened, there are a lot of people showing pictures and evidence saying it did happen and that she's lying. And then another person also who was at the Diddy party said they saw TD Jakes at the party. Not only at the party, but they also had pictures. That's what's taking place on social media a while back, seeing P. Diddy and Bishop T. Jakes at the church. And then after that, they went to P. Diddy party. And not only was at his party, but word on the street said, yeah, T.D. Jakes was bending people over and getting bent over also. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Well, you said what? They like, yeah, he been doing it for years. I was like, not only he was showing up, they even said Kurt Franklin was showing up. I'm like, Lord, take the wheel. Like, yep, it was a lot of people was showing up to this party. And I'm like, Lord. And then I was like, if he was showing up the party, why did no one, say anything years ago? But now I remember we live in a digital age, nothing's hiding. Everybody got cameras, everybody could take pictures, everybody could do whatever they want to do nowadays and post it. And nowadays, if you ain't see it or post it wherever, they don't believe it. So everything gotta be posted, even your relationship. So I like, well, they do got a point. Yeah, I remember it was a young guy who was a YouTuber. I can't remember his name, but he said he was at Diddy party. He thought he was getting mentorship by Diddy and everything else by Diddy, but can't find out that P Diddy, sweet tooth honeycombs, was bending boys over. And then they said the big bed that he have in the backyard, he used to bend people over in the bed and let other people watch what they was doing out openly. I like, now I get it because I remember I saw a couple pictures of P. Diddy having a bed outside. Outside, and lots of people said, well, it's for decoration, but yeah, you hear 5, 6 people telling the same story that P. Diddy was doing out, making out sections in the middle of the bed in front of a whole audience of people. So not only you hearing that, but also I saw also a couple other people was saying that Diddy was going around taking pictures of other celebs and showing how they was doing at the party. I don't know y'all remember David Beckham and Justin Bieber. Poor Justin Bieber, he got his busted wide open as soon as he turned 18. But anyway, keep it moving forward. And then, yes, girl, the big X parties. And then, you saw David Beckham tapping Justin Bieber because Justin Bieber was swallowing sausage, but not really a sausage. But he was down there and he was looking like he just waking up. And like we always say, like, oh Lord, what was Justin Bieber doing? What was he doing? But those who got eyes, you know what he was doing with David Beckham, whatever his name, Beckham. Um, and then here in the background, you hear honeycombs talking. Yeah, what's up? What's up? Y'all join the party and this and that and this and that. And I'm like, this what y'all really be doing at Diddy parties? Y'all really be not hanging out as men, but y'all be, having a whole freak off at the party with each other, with no girlfriends, no wives around, just each other, man munching parties. That's what it sounds like they having men munching parties. But anyway, then not only that, Diddy, the way he filed them cases, like 24 hours, child, he did it so quick, make IRS look like rookies when it's time for payday. Yes, he did. He said the IRS got nothing on Diddy. He like 24 hours, I bet. Gotcha. By tomorrow, she saw that check and that money. I bet you she did. She saw more than that $30 million she asked. She gave her that $300 million allegedly. Like, what? Yes, he did. Because he like, no. And then not only that, she have a smart man beside her too. Like, no, no, baby. She probably try to go after him. She like, that ain't gonna work. I'm gonna tell you what to do. Go after that business that he own and then get that money. And sue it as workman count and get that money. Now here is the production of the P. Diddy songs. They hurry up, took the money out. Like the movie Take, everybody taking the money. So pay her off, so keep the business going, everything. But anyway, keep it going. They said Kim Porter was the only one to flip the script and videos. Oh, yes, she did. Yes, she did. She kept evidence. Allegedly, they said that she kept ton of evidence, not a little ton of evidence. And then not only that, when she was meeting with Cassidy, she passed all the evidence. They said she had videos, she had script, she had extra copy of the book that she had got. Remember, allegedly, someone said Kim Porter had two books. One was at her house, and one was given to Cassidy to give and to produce, because Kid Porter says this day gonna come that Sean John ain't gonna be no Sean John no more, and she spoke that and she meant it. So not only that, Casey had flash drive also Kim Porter had given to her about other allegations of being the R word, great word by other people. So once she was collecting data and information, they saw her. She gotta go. P Diddy wasn't wasting no time. He ain't in a hurry trying to expose nobody. And not only that, how is it? Lots of people said Bad Boy Records. It started off with a whole bunch of people involved, but they all dropped dead besides P Diddy and Al. Jaguar Wright said that way before, I think, when we was having the C word, because I don't like saying the C word, get the ugly banner. The C word back in 2000 and 2020. Back then, she said, yeah, how everybody get gone besides P. Diddy and Al. And Al almost lost his life too this year. And he waking up back to, you know, from being sleeping. Nice word to say. So it lets you know that they always find its way back to what the main problem, which is P. Diddy. And not only that, now he pissed off a whole bunch of powerful elites. Now I believe they are making a mockery out of him. It is true. And then not only making a mockery out of him, but also they sending out a warning. Remember, now a while back since November, Kimora Lee, she took a picture of someone burnt her house when P. Diddy was going through the case of files with Cassidy. And then she said, what goes around comes back around. And then next thing you know, a week later, that her house was on fire. Mind you, it ain't the first time Diddy caught somebody, property on fire. He did the same thing with Lil Tootsie. And then Lil Tootsie was like, about getting his car before his car blew up. So it saved him in a nick of time for him having that story to tell and a lot of people to witness. And not only that, Gene Dill, who is his old bodyguard, but I'll probably try to post it inside the description so y'all could go to his page. He been talking nonstop about P. Diddy, what he was doing, Cliff D, bringing on people who was bodyguard for P. Diddy, those who was paid shooters for the industry in P. Diddy. He even talked about Mace and Mass, and he also talked about how P. Diddy tried to set up Mass. And not only that, he talked about how Mass got discredit, but P. Diddy got credit for most of the Bad Boy song that Mass wrote. So all them songs and all that music legacy was really for Mass, who made it and created. And P. Diddy was just the co-worker who was taking all that credit. We all got one of those in every job, no matter it's industry or 9 to 5. Let's keep it real. We got all those type of people. But yet he was saying that, it was P. Diddy time because he pissed off power people. And I remember, I don't know y'all remember last year or way before, but Diddy, how he was showing out as a clown for Halloween after the people in the movie industry told him stop and no, the Warner Brothers. And the Warner Brothers told him to don't do it no more. And he came back what? Dressed up as Batman and didn't listen. So I think that was when the downfall started happening, when he think he had the bigger platform than any of the people. He thought he was sitting at the lease table, and the lease let him know you still just a slave, my nigga. You just the workman. You just the gatekeeper. You not on our level. So that's when everything spiraled more and more and more for P. Diddy because he thought he was up there. He thought he did, and someone had to put the plug like, nah, nah, nah. You try again, mother sucker. Try it again. But anyway, yes, that is true, Mia. Just like Kelly, I believe they be pissed off somebody and now they gotta pay the piper. That's what happened. Remember, R. Kelly was getting his full blown, masters. So when he tried to get his masters and do his own business, that's when the piper came through, said, nope, nope, remember you slept with all these young girls before the age of 18, which is still illegal in some areas of countries. And not only that, despite R. Kelly did have the parents' blessings and the parents got paid, let's keep it real, the parents got paid and let R. Kelly deep and dive their little kids, whatnot, or teenagers. So let's keep it honest. They got paid, spent that money on their kids' college fund and telling them it's gonna be okay. Then they try to make it survive R. Kelly, how he was kidnapping the kids, which is both face lie. You knew what your kids at. If you ain't knew what your kids at, why you keep on showing up at the man house where he was living at in Chicago? Somebody please tell me, make it make sense. I'm waiting for the proof. I'm waiting for the I'm waiting for something right now. But right now it's not adding up to me. I live on facts. I live on proof information. Please make it make sense. Something's not calculating. He's still just a ninja to them. That's why I be telling me. They think they got it all, and once you making a whole bunch of money since you ain't grew up in money, then you start seeing our brown black brothers having this God complex, and then once you play God gonna show you who the real guy, and then you gonna snatch it all and ain't had nothing. Now you back at the bottom scraping for change and crumbs. Make it make sense. That's not good. Once they get their masters, if they don't leave us, they'll, yes, they did, remove them like Michael, Prince, and many more. And that's what happened. Because Michael, allegedly, words on the street, said Michael's still alive. Not like Tupac. Everybody believe Tupac, but I really do believe Tupac really, really is dead, though. But Michael, he's really alive. The family knew he was alive because they tried to hide Michael Jackson from the elites. And not only that, if you check his birth certificate, that's not his real middle name, Joseph. Michael's real name, middle name is Joe, Joe, just like his sister Janet's middle name is Joe. And besides, it'd be illegal if you play dead and then come back and take your own money. That's illegal. So he got a fake middle name. He's still alive. And not only he's still alive, but also his real middle name, again, for those who don't know, is Joe, not Joseph. And he got a liver trust fund that he been putting money into for many, many, many years before he led to create the greatest host experience of leaving. And I also watched this other channel, how a young lady named Pearls talk about the Michael Jackson death host. It's also on YouTube. And how she said, Michael is not dead. He just faked his death because there was so many people was after him. Because Michael, again, he took his master, not only master, but half of Sony. And Sony is generating $2.5 billion. Like I said, like Steve Harvey, we can't count Michael Jackson money. Michael Jackson money is long, baby. So it's not about the money. It's just the principle of how he did business, and he did business so well to make the industry and the elites hate him so much. That's what was the problem. Michael Jackson did business so good that you might thought he was not a brother no more, a white man. So that's why lots of people was confused and get mad and upset. Like Michael tried to be, white man, but no, he has skin condition, vitiligo. That's real. I had to do my own research because before I judge and agree with anybody, I always do my own research. And then once I did that, it shows that he really did have vitiligo. Is a skin condition that could turn your melanin skin to white and eating its cells. And then not only eating the cells, but also eating healthy cells in his skin. And then not only that, Michael even admitted saying that it came from his grandfather on Joe's father's side. And if you go back seeing Michael Jackson pictures, you see the grandfather hands was turning white. So that's why I told people, at that time they ain't had no treatments like we got now, Mia. The treatments for that back then was to have the melanin taken out of your skin. That's right. And that was the only treatment for vitiligo back then. And that's true. That's true because they ain't had the creams, they ain't had the medicine, they ain't had the science like we have nowadays. They didn't. And not only they ain't have it, but also they said, Michael's skin was changing until he had that Pepsi hair fire incident. That's what speed up the vitiligo, make him turn white fast. That's what many people have spoken. Many people close to him said, his hairstylist, his fashion designer, saying that yeah, that's what sped up his vitiligo to make him turn completely white. And not only that, you saw pictures that, Michael was changing. Go back to see how he looked when he was 18 to the earliest of 25, you see Michael's skin slowly changing. If you said you didn't see it, then you was too busy zoned out in his music not to notice the whole arrangement of changes was going on with Michael. And cause you gotta pay attention, read between the miller, because a lot of these stars sign deals, they can't tell y'all the full truth what's going on. They can't, because they will be shot gone, and then they want to tell you, oh, they drowned in the pool, they drowned inside the tub, oh, they was addicts, drug addicts, alcohol addicts, and you like, how? They only show up to one party and they never drink, but you tell me by next week they was all addicts. Nope. When it comes to the nose job, they were like experimenting, and to this day, if you really, really look, they still haven't perfect how to reconstruct a black person's face correctly. That is true. They know how to do the white person nose better, but when it comes to a black man nose, it just look off slightly when they do surgical. That is really true. And then not only that, I also heard that Michael, he said he had three nose surgeries. When he did his interview, he said three, because he either kept falling on his face or fell off the stage too many times that it broke his nose. And he also broke his ankle while dancing as well. Remember, he showed up to award shows and Eddie Murphy put him on blast. Like, what you doing with Crunch? What was you doing this? What you doing that? And he said, well, I fell, you know, and he was just letting them know that's how he got the injury. Let not forget that Joe Jackson was a very fair skinned man with pretty eyes. Of course he was. Joe Jackson, allegedly, they said he had green eyes, others said he had hazel. But to me, it looked like it was both. Hazel eyes, the change of time turned to light brown to, gray. Because I know a few people who got those same type eye contacts, or not contact, but eyes that changes both back to forth. Right, he was clean and he passed away. How they tried to say he was on drugs, DMX. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't on no drugs at all. Even his wife, Lisa Presley, tried to make it seem like, oh yeah, he was high this, he was high that. And everybody knew him, said he wasn't at all high. He was taking pain relief. Remember, Michael been dancing for years. And when you dance for years, it take a toll on the body, just like a body lifter and doing weights and for years. It take a toll on the body after a while. And the aging doesn't help because your body slowly deteriorates muscles and body fat over time and slowly left you with skins and bones. So you gotta understand that time does affect body. Aging does affect your body. That's why I tell people, do not believe the hype was being told, because you gotta do your research how things will affect. And you hear it in Michael's voice way before he faked his death that he was getting tired. He was telling the production, you know, he hate touring. He hate doing the same music over. He got a lot more new music people should hear, enjoy, and like. From all the years of him singing and dancing, while we ain't playing them songs. And lots of fans want to know too, because I understand every album he had popular songs on each one of them, and the most popular album was Thriller. I understand that, and y'all should see the Thriller 40. That was really good. He paid homage to all those who supported the album, but also those who worked the Thriller 40 album. I mean, yeah, album and the songs and the short films that he did as a musical. Mia said his spectrum collapsed, so he had a prosthetic nose, and he convinced his sister to do it him so that they could look similar as a family. Of course, they got fake nose. First, he told Latoya, go get a fake nose so he could see how it looked. Because remember, Latoya is the only one, well, semi close to how his face structure is pretty much round. They all got their mom round face. And shout out to Miss Cather. She the underrated but overrated Jackson of all the Jacksons. Let's keep it real. She is, if she got to tolerate Joe and then pop out 10 kids, Lord bless the woman. That's all I'm going to say. Bless her. That is nothing but strength right there. Whole bunch of it. He was a very fragile guy. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Because you have to understand, Michael, he very a nice person. And like any person who's very genuinely nice can become, after a while, not interested dealing with people after a while because you start taking him for advantage because you see him as a celebrity, not a person. And that's what made me respect Michael more because even though he was a celebrity, but he was a humble celebrity who was respectful to everybody. He didn't care if you mental, he don't care if you were sick, he don't care if you had one leg on earth, one leg in the grave. He was nice to everybody and he didn't expect anything in return but genuine friendship from the people. Mia said Latoya said that the day before he died, he said that somebody was going to take him out. It was like he knew what was up. Yep, that's crazy the way knows child. For real. But yeah, he knew who was going to take him out. It would be Tommy Matoda. Remember, Tommy Matoda had close connection with allegedly, Lord protect me. But anyway, allegedly with mafia. He had connection with mobs. So he knew, his mob is still present, but they not like back in Joe days. They was shooting any and everybody. And then they was also at the time was still gentlemen. If they see a woman, walking by herself from work home, they make sure she reached the destination she go to and walk away because at that time, men see a woman walk by themselves, they see an opportunity, a great word at the time. But anyway, Tommy Matoda was working with the mob. And not only that, he was put higher paid to hire allegedly on, Michael. So Michael knew and he picked up on it and got word from the street says, Michael, hey, you gotta go. Whatever you gonna do it. Because you about to be gone at this time, at this day. And mind you, when Michael was supposed to be doing the London tour, and I remember all this back when I was in high school. This is It film came out at the same time I was in high school when the biggest death host ever that Michael was on live. So yeah, I remember all those. And Mia said, and Joe got other kids. She stuck with him too because of religion. And Joe got other kids and moved one of his kids' house in his house down the street. Yeah, he do got kids. Joe got a lot of kids. Joe and many other fathers had other kids. Serena's Serena and her sister Vanessa, their father had other kids. Same thing with what's his name? Marvin Gaye father had other kids as well. They all did. And he wasn't no dang pedo. I been said that when I heard when they kept bringing up Michael, this every time anything posted of Michael, they always bring the dang petty. We're gonna change the term petty. And then I'm like, he didn't do it because some people you could sense they could do it, and some people who just didn't do it. Of course, Michael was extremely creative, would make him different in a lot of people's eyes to mark him as weird, but he wasn't weird. But the man was creative. And not only he was creative, but he was business when it comes to be business. And he's the biggest flirt too, so he likes women. Lots of people said it. Even what's his name? McCullen Callahan. He said Michael Jackson is a flirt. Same thing with Aaron Carter, saying that Michael Jackson is a flirt. And staring at girls tush. Same thing with Tucker, saying Michael Jackson is a flirt and he be staring at girls, and then not only that, playing jokes It's a video showing that he flirting with grown women. He was flirting with Oprah before Oprah snake him out. And then low key for the fun of the video. Dude, go back watch the old Oprah interviews. People will see it. Tommy tried to ill Mariah Carey and push J Lo. Well, leave it to Jaguar. Jaguar said that Mariah Carey was what's the word I'm looking for because I ain't trying to get demonetized. She was getting toppy sloppy with Tommy Maloa in the back car for her to make him leave his wife and become a part of Sony Music. And then not only that, when she wants to leave because he kept forcing her to sing only white audience. And she said, no, I am biracial. I want to sing to both audience, black and white. So same thing, yep, J-Lo too. J-Lo was pushed to do music. Latoya was a mob boss and he had his hands on Latoya. Rough times, I was alive for all of this ish girl tragic. Joe moved one of his daughters in the the house, and he was messing with a couple of doors down the street from Catherine. Yep, that is true. Because you had to understand, Joe, he was the one calling Michael for money. Every time these women was being, prego, he was calling Michael. Hey, Michael, give me 100K. Give me 300K. And then every time Michael was like, why? What for? And his father got rude with him, nasty with him. Every time he asked a question, what's going on? Michael wasn't stupid because he ain't trying to, have anything leading back to him, regardless is, drug habits of his family or whatnot. So that is true. Marvin's father was gay. He was cross-dressing. Way before he was gay, Marvin says that he had extra siblings before he even passed. He was definitely different. Yeah, he dated the girl from the original third. He did. He dated her. And then not only that, she was Michael told her come to the house and the same one who got arrested too. Ooh. Anyway, I'll tell the story. She got arrested because Michael told her to bring his trophy that he won award for to his house. And she told him she won't be able to because she would be leaving. And that's when the police came. So I guess he thought she probably stealing his trophy. I don't know. But Michael can be a little messy. But I still love you, Michael. Please don't do that to me. I still love you. And in the crime scene photos of Michael Jackson bedroom, he had a bunch of kitty and baby pictures all over the place. That was kind of strange though. But I still don't think No, he didn't do it. That was set up there. Because the lawyer, and not only that lawyer, but the bodyguard said before it happened, you know, Michael didn't have no baby pictures of anything in his room. They said his room was just plain. And only thing he did have in his room was a female porn, corn books and corn videos that he watched. And then they said if you do DNA on all of them, because Michael's hands was still with Michael DNA on it, read between the lines and whatnot, that, he was watching it. Mariah wasn't his girlfriend. She was the side piece. Remember, Motola was married before he got divorced. And then not only that, yeah, side piece. And yep, the Jackson 5 fund Joe itching. Yes, they did. Lots of Jackson 5 ain't fully get they legacy money because if you go back, it's on Amazon. Talk about the Jackson Next Generation with all the Tito sons. I can't name all of them. Taj, TJ, and Ty. I can't remember that young man's name. But yeah, they did a show and they was talking about, which was better, would legacy better, the Jackson 5 or the Jacksons. And the father said the money with, royalties was the Jackson better than the Jackson 5. He said he was rolling in hella money, millions after millions, you know. Yep, she got arrested. She's still alive and beautiful. Yep, Michael was a prankster. Michael is still a prankster. He still walking around with disguises. You could be sitting next to an old man. You ain't know the whole entire time it's Michael Jackson. You could be, in the car if you doing Lyft or Uber, and Michael be taking you places you would never know the whole entire time. So yeah, Michael is a prankster set up by the company doing this, and its tour age or AGE hired the doctor that is. Yeah, it was, but I don't think the doctor really was who did it. I think the doctor was a paid actor to follow everything Michael said. And then after a while, he got, gone because the lead find out that he really didn't do the job that they sent him out to do, to remove Michael. And he didn't remove Michael. So instead, they find a body similar to Michael, look similar to Michael, and say it was him, but it wasn't him the whole entire time. Yeah, I see everything on MJ. I saw that. Yeah, Michael wasn't playing with nobody. He had ears. He had what's her name? Elizabeth Taylor. They was friends for years. Even people saying with Elizabeth Taylor, she was paying Michael to be his friend. She wasn't a real friend or like that. Word on the street says. Oh, mistake. Exactly. And then I even researched that the doctor, he terrible. He was negligent before he got to Michael. And you had to look him terrible, and he only did 4 years for the ill. Yes, he did 4 years, and then after 4 years, he was released. Then after a year, they said he was gone, removed. I think Elizabeth Taylor and them were messing with Michael. They was messing with Michael. That's what I think. I really do. Diana Ross dated him. Yes, I knew Diana Ross dated him. He loves Diana Ross. Lots of people said, his siblings said it. He said Diana Ross was the apple of Michael Jackson's eyes. He loved her. He had a huge crush on her throughout his whole childhood, teenage years, till early, 20. And everybody believed that Diana grew to she the only person who down was Miss Jackson. Even Diana said Michael did, even they know that was pretty much under. Yeah, he lost his medical license, but he's still giving advice. Girl, you had to look into that doctor when you get a chance. He was horrible. Oh yeah, they said all his illegal practice was not really real. It was fake and it was illegal. He said it was all, he also had practice that he was renting out of. And then using his girl to get Michael, money. Not money, the words, the DRG. She said, That song, Dirty Diana, was about Ross. Yeah, I knew that. Princess Diana said that song. Mike said she loved that song. Diana took that song. Diana Ross. Yeah, so just the internet haters. See, although I don't believe he did it, I still wouldn't leave my dog at his house. I'm just saying. I don't believe he did it at all. I don't believe he did it. Despite what they try to say, Michael didn't do it. I don't think he really did it at all. And then not only that, they still try to pin it on some member the men supposed to be removed, and they still bringing up that lie every time Michael posts something, him or her family. I still don't believe he did it. Yeah, they said Diana Ross was a mess. She was jealous, possessive, everything over Michael. She was. She was. And then if you go back watch, shows of Michael Awards winning when he took Elizabeth Taylor. Yeah. And he did a song, Hilda, which was the whole entire group. We Are the World, I think the group song they had. And she was all rubbing on him and while they was singing and try to force him to sing in the group. And even on the stage when he was getting his award, and then he was looking back at her hugging all these mans and knowing that he was jealous. Michael didn't play that. He like, what you doing? And then she tried to shake his head, let her know she see him, and continue what he was saying. So not only that, I heard Diana Ross was a trip. Period. She was even with Barry Gordy. Remember, Barry Gordy was married to his wife. And the first child Diana Ross had, Rhonda, is by Barry Gordy. So, you don't believe me? Do the research. Everybody talked about it. Everybody knew about it. And Michael said he was hurt when he found out about it. That's why he's still slightly shady to Barry Gordy because him and Diana Ross was messing around for a couple of years before he had his daughter Rhonda. And why she was messing around with young Michael, they claim allegedly. I don't think he did it either. Leonardo. Yes, at the American Music Awards, she stepped up on him and at a donkey and was remember what she did to the Supremes, and she was not regional lead. Of course, she wasn't original lead, and she ran to Barry Gordy. Remember, Barry Gordy was the boss, and then not only that, allegedly, she and Barry Gordy was flings. So she was running back and telling him that, make me the lead singer. I don't think this person should be because he had someone pretty dark skin was the main lead singer. And he called, Diana Ross the big butt eyes looking girl at the past. And I remember I hearing about it because he was telling his friends. But not only that, if you watch the Diana Ross or the Motown Theater show, he even mentioned it, calling her the big butt eyes girls. I think the original lead was Mary Wells, and she was a better singer. She was. Mary Wells was really maybe Martha Wells. I think it was Mary Wells was her name because she was pretty and she was singing the heck out all them songs that they was given. And then the thing about it, Diana Ross was getting jealous. She wanted to be the lead singer, so she told Barry Gordy to make changes. Remember, Smokey Robinson also been around, and he also was the one who was talking about Barry Gordy and Diana Ross was messing around. Even allegedly, Smokey Robinson was messing around with Diana Ross too, allegedly. So she was in there with the Motown. So let's say what it is. Diana was a conniving woman. Lots of people said it. Lots of people said that Diana was conniving and that she was using Michael for more platform base and more fan base. Allegedly. But we all know the truth. That part. Yes, that's part. But yes, it's all true. Anyway, we gonna keep it going because another one we gonna talk about is what's that girl? I don't know, it's her name Bill, and she used to do like gymnastics. Talk about her failed relationship. I don't know why, like what's called said it before. Why are y'all posting these failed relationships on your social medias or anything about your relationships? Period. I don't know why people post it. I don't get it, but they do anyway. Anyhow, but anyway, she said that Simone Bell, thank you. It was tip my son, but it wasn't coming out. Simone Bell's. She was saying how she was loving her man, how he was cheating on her, just find this out. Mind you, they just got married. They put a whole Kim Kardashian and what's that other man name? Before Kanye West, that she only married him for a month. They've been married for pretty much 30 days and then they got divorced. They put that type of situation. Like, y'all just got married, like, literally this year. Now y'all turn around getting divorced because he looking at girl booty? What? What? He was cheating. I missed that. Yeah, he was cheating. He was cheating. Then not only that, they was having, competition. Remember, they both athletics. So once you both athletics, y'all both always in competitive towards the other one. Oh, that's why I did this. Oh, that's why I did that. Oh, the bickering is like it's not stop talking trash. And mind you, you gotta deal with that in your relationship. As well, when y'all leave outside your relationship, y'all gotta deal with that some more. So it's like it's just messy, all around messiness. Pusher for. I do feel like he caught a lot of flack for what he said, but it seemed like that what they did. They were competing. That's what they was. The whole relationship is competing. Remember, they both athletes. He's a football player, I believe, and she's a gymnastics. So when you had two people in a competition and competing against each other, it pretty much make you lose out on what the relationship supposed to be. Y'all supposed to be support each other is y'all against the world, not against the world and against each other. That's just messy on top of messy. That's what it was. And that's what caused them to split because they was too busy in the competition or competitive, mindset. So you're like, yep. So yeah, that's what it was. And last time you gotta read and watch how people, are in a relationship and pay attention. Be Not that he was attracted to her, not because of her skin color, but she kind of gymnastics and stunned your growth, so she was kind of built like a young girl too. She was, but at the same time, gymnastics is just like modeling agency in a way. They want them to be skinny and healthy, but also they want you to have an athletic type of muscle or build to do, the hoops, do the jumpings, do the twists and turns, do everything else, and you gotta land perfectly. If you don't land perfectly, you miss a whole lot of points. So yeah, I know a little bit about gymnastics. Even though I know I'm not built like gymnastic type, want to be built, but I don't care. Come for your mama, not me, type of person. So yeah, another one to not really. They supposed to be trimmed like, but vigorous training that gymnastics take could take your mental cycle and things like that and stunts the development of course. because it be a lot. You gotta use whole lot of muscles, upper torso muscles. You gotta use your arm muscles. You gotta use your leg muscles. And imagine after using it so much, your body start cramping after a while because I don't know they work out every day. That's why I say I'm not a gymnast, so I don't know. And I'm not gonna fake it for the funk for nobody, cause I keep it real all the way, not sometimes. Yeah, that's what I didn't do gymnastics. I could have, but no, exactly. Nobody got time for that. No one. But another things we don't keep it going moving was Hallie confirming that her DDG had a kid, which everybody knew about it, but at the same time, she was hiding and telling people no. And then Big Sister Chloe tried to shut down the, you know, information and let them know, like, yo, that's my sister, that's her womb, that's her ovaries, mind y'all business. Because at the end of the day, she got worried about that decision. What she doing DG business in bedroom, that's their business in bedroom. And as she should, because what she confirmed, so it is that a baby, a preemie, is it healthy? I think she been long pregnant way before we found out. If she was covering the baby back then, she let me know she was far along. So she tried to put on biggie baggy clothes, you know how he is, to cover up the shape of her stomach. But I been think she been far along, long time ago. She just didn't want people to know and see it. And the baby, I don't know, is a preemie. She haven't showed the baby, which is her every mother right and father right to want to show the baby or not. Yeah, probably, but is it still seen soon? You gotta remember, lots of things that the news posted, it comes out like planned. Besides YouTube, YouTube is not playing. We just post wherever we see and we just give a report about it. But when it comes to magazines, movies, those stuff like that, it always happened a year before. Remember, movies come out a year after it been in production, film, and everything else. Same thing with shows, same thing with movies. Remember, she wasn't on the stage. She wasn't singing. Remember when she showed up with baggy clothes, she was behind stage. So even if she did show up on stage, we would notice it how far along she was, and it would be a lot more than she appeared. Yes, people are so nosy; they want to see and be in everything. Why? Because nowadays you posting your business. We wasn't like the old days. Old days they ain't had no social media. Only time you hear news is gossip by voice or online, landline. Here say, she say, they say, everybody say. It's always voice, but no proving. Remember, they probably had detectives, but they ain't have private eyes like they had now. And the ones who did have private eyes back then, you gotta have healthy checks and money rolling in for you to have that back in those days. Oh yeah, before. Possibly, yeah, I get you. Yeah, she was already pregnant. Remember, all the movies and shows and stuff came out a year before. So when you seeing things now, it's the year after fact. She been had that baby. She was probably pregnant beginning this year when she had the baby at the end of this year. So yeah, it been some time. And the way the baby cried, you could tell is a newborn or a baby in some months. That's a newborn. She just had that baby. And then hurry up got dressed. And you saw the way how she got up on from the tables from her video. She got up slowly. So that means she fresh out and still healing. He says, oh, he said, she said, but what the sis said, just messy. You right, though, sis. Uh, See, I'm trying to tell you. Everybody go from words back in the days. We didn't have cell phones. We had landlines. And I know y'all like, you too young to... No, don't let this baby face fool you. I'm a lot older than I look. Sorry, autocorrect. I said, what does God say? What God say? Playing around. See, I'm trying to tell you. You think TT guilty? That's a good question, but only in God's hands He will, expose it more. Right now, we exposing it because we try to link him to P Diddy and his freak off and everything else. Me too. I look into to his freak off, but other than that, it's in God's hand because once God exposed people, He will expose them. This year been a year of exposure on everybody. Lots of people got exposed this year. So I'm just saying that's where TD is going to get caught up hanging around with Diddy for real. If you notice, a lot of people hang around with Diddy also get exposed or on lies too. So I'm just saying, Diddy is not the place to go if you have any high hopes of being a stardom. That's all I'm gonna say. They said he in the same moving Jay Z. Jay Z said people saying that Jay Z is like P Diddy. Don't let the relationship fool you with him and Beyonce. They say Jay Z is worse. He unlike Big L, the one who put him on. Yep, they say Jay Z is worse. That's why you always see Jay Z laughing with P Diddy, pat him on the back, everything. Remember way back, Jay Z have Big L on live. Jaguar said it exposed him in that area. She said he had Big L's live, couple other artists alive, and also he had the biggest another entertainer alive. Then he only and people was speculate that Jay Z and was really with the honeycombs, with the honey fields, with the brothers, and other allegedly rumors that he was part of the uh gay cult. So they said that he was part of doing all types of stuff in Ish too. And they said that he's pretty much got Beyonce hostage and using her as a drug experiment. So every time she go on stage, you always see Beyonce under influence. Even in public, she under influence. Most people did not know that. And Jay got kids he ain't claiming, and he was close to. Of course, again, Jay Z put a lot of people in jail. Not Kelly, not only Kelly, but Tory Lanez was part of Jay Z, production. And where he at? What his father said. Jay Z put a lot of men in jail and their life behind bars. Foxy exposed Jay Z years ago for messing with her, giving her the bottom bum bum bum. Of course, remember she was 15. That's a sin. This Jay Z was worse. He was messing around with a lot of young girls. Not only R. Kelly messing with Shanti, but you see Jay was messing with Foxy Brown. A lot of people don't know that, but she even gave description what they was doing, they was dating, and he used to mess around with Kim Moore before he got with Beyonce. I believe that too. I know it's be looking mad high years ago. No cap, I did too. Every time I said something, cause I got a couple family members who was obsessed with Beyonce, and they gonna hear this and they gonna ready fight me next year. So I stay ready, get ready. But anyway, Beyonce been high for years since the 90s. Even asked Jaguar when she was saying in one of her videos, she said that Beyonce stay being high for a long period of time. She even said that if you see Beyonce, she look like the hostage in the marriage with Jay Z. She look like she's scared of Jay Z. She's scared of run. And then not only that, Beyonce also fight on the behalf of Jay Z. Remember 50 Cent? 50 Cent said he almost got in a fight with Jay Z. Then out the blue, Beyonce jump on him. Beyonce jump on, 50 Cent. And remember, 50 Cent ain't light or skinny. He's a thick dude who eat all his collard greens and cornbread and chicken and whatnot. So yeah, I still feel strange about Tory Lane's thing though. I do too. I think that was a setup. I'm not gonna cap. I'm not gonna hold it. That whole thing was a setup. I believe it. His father believe it. His family believe it. She was 15 and Jake got a couple kids, some here in Baltimore. People roast me all the time and then come out that I was on something and I was right the whole time. People need to stop being. See, I try to tell you, when you tell people about their favorite artists, they want to fight you over their favorite artists. Like your favorite artist was not clean. Your favorite artist not innocent. They was doing some things way before you even know about it. Jay-Z even admit before he even became a rap mogul or billionaire that he was selling, illegal substance. He said it out his mouth multiple times. And then all them gold chains and neck chains wasn't his. He was wearing jewelry like most of these rappers and R&B singers. They talk about it. They expose themselves, but are we really listening? No, because we want to say, oh, they look good doing this, they look good doing that. But when they tell you the truth, how it really is, most people don't believe it. And then not only that, Jay Z kids, of course, all his kids look alike. Jay Ross said you would know he's Jay Z kid because that nose and that mouth is dominant. All the kids got his nose and his lips. Look at Blue Ivy. She got his nose and his lips. Look at the twins. They got his nose and his lips. 50, the truth, he tells no lies. He's the biggest troll. He do. I be loving 50. I'm sorry. When he come back with the shades, upon more shades and with more shades, he don't want to be exposing people. He the one who told what's his name, Diddy, don't be posting stuff on here, it'll come back. And then he also was the one who supposed Diddy how to try to take him out, buy him clothes. He like, bro, what I need like buy clothes? Get away from me. You pissing me off right now. Like, what you mean? And Diddy like try to with 50 Cent because 50 Cent, he about that life. Diddy is not. Even Gene Dill says it. He said anytime Diddy faced with street dudes, he run from them like in a quickness and blink an eye. And Gene Deal try to let him know that he got him, but every time Diddy runs. Not collard green and cornbread. Yes, girl. He is thick, thick. 50 on this old mill. He like his woman thick too. Curvy and all. In the right places. Not good. As you could see, most girls he mess around, they have no gut. The beehive and the barbs are the worst. The Beehive, don't let them hear you say that, girl, because they ready to fight on sight over Beyonce. For whatever reason, I don't know what magic she put on every people who come to her show, but anytime you say anything about Beyonce, they ready to fight you for whatever reason. Even when you tell the truth, even when they try to make her the greatest artist, she's the next female Michael Jackson. Like, no, for y'all, there's one Michael Jackson. I'm sticking to it. Try again, motherfuckers. No, she not even close. She don't even come touching Michael Jackson. Like literally. So don't get it twisted. I don't care if they fight me on that. Like I said, next year gonna have a whole bunch of family my members ain't gonna fight me nowhere because they love Beyonce. And I don't care. But was Jay but Jay was a chump. You had to find that interview with the guy who used to run with Jay, and Jay took his whole life story and made himself to be a gang. Of course, Jay was never a gangster. He tried to be a gangster, some say, but he wasn't really a gangster. He was just a runner. And if y'all don't know what runner means, street terms, he was just the person who was pretty much selling and running errands and doing whatever the main gangster told him to do. Pretty much, he was the runner. All his kids look like him. Yes, they do. From the nose to the mouth. I said it. Did he? Not about no violence. He used to stand for that back in the day. Where do they all go wrong? Diddy wasn't big on violence. Leave it to Gene Deal on his show platform. He said Diddy was quiet as a mouse. He didn't don't know how to handle real gangsters when he in the presence of real gangsters. He don't. And that's why I always tell people stop pretending to be something that you're not, because when the real people who are real gangster, real about that life shows up and shows out, your tail gonna be running. Your tail gonna be crying. Your tail gonna be ready to call the police, be best friends with the police when you the one who try to come up and try to do some situation. Like you ain't about that. Like stop pretending. What it look like you try to keep up with the Joneses and you did broke with both pockets empty. Keep it real with yourself. If you can't keep it real with yourself, don't be trying to keep it real out here with anybody, because people gonna roast you, they gonna talk about you, they gonna expose you. So that's why I always keep myself real. Now I just leave people with lies of believing what they know about me, their assumptions. I keep on leaving. I be laughing the whole entire time. That's what you thought? Who? What? Oh, thank you. Tell me more so I know how to stay far away from you, type of person. You no longer invited to the cookout. Exactly, because I don't like Beyonce no more. They ain't gonna have me come to the cookout no more. They ain't gonna have me come to the house for Christmas, Thanksgiving. I ain't gonna be showing up having nothing. Y'all gonna see me outside at home posting. Yeah, y'all. Remember I told y'all I did that video that about Beyonce? Yeah, I'm at home still. That's what gonna give next year. Pac Boy, they ran his ass up out of Baltimore when he did play them New York Ninjas coming down here with that ish trying to take over. They don't play that part. Remember Baltimore, pretty much I should say, all the people in the north top region from Chicago to Ohio to New York, all them people don't play them games. Real people, they don't play them games. They don't play with you. They don't play with your mama. They don't play them games with people. They try to let you know respectfully before the situation get worse. And when the situation get worse, they not gonna say sorry afterwards either. If you notice many things people done, they haven't said sorry to nobody, not even people in Baltimore. Look at Jada. Do you ever think she tell Will Smith sorry? No, she don't. You cannot tell me no lie that she still with Smith. She sorry for getting wrapped in her entanglements with August Alsina and many others. So don't try to no, she don't. So stay real, boo. You did a B video. I gotta watch it. Yeah, because right now I'm trying to get back into moving and grooving with my videos because I did took some breaks off like 2 months. They did doc on the beef with New York and Baltimore. They did. They talk about the games compared to each other. They talk about, the dealings. They talk about the business, everything, lists of, food, people versus what, they've been doing it for years. Most people always think, oh, they did it about West Coast and East Coast. No, they do it with the cities, the state, and they do it with one side region, east versus west region. So most people didn't believe it. 90s was crazy. We always compare everything, and I think that's where the downfall took place, along with P Diddy robbing people of real talent too. So I met Jada in middle school. Oh goodness, what was she like in middle school? She probably was a handful too, because she allegedly in middle school in her younger days her mother was on drugs. That's what she said. So don't come for me. Allegedly, she said her mother was on drugs, and she got better. So the New York City cats used to come down here scheming, scamming, and ripping people off, and the locals was like, "No way, you're not coming down here taking over our corners. You gotta mess up." Of course, all top of north and northeast, they all territorial. I haven't met anyone at all that's not territorial in those regions at all. So And then they don't play either. New York City, they hands always stay on their gun. They always had their guns on them 24/7, allegedly. But is what it is. Um, I was in middle school. She's a little older than me. Yeah, Jada, she let it be known. She was in school. She let me know that she had crush on Tupac. She let it be known in her book too. She had a book came out a month ago. And y'all let me know how y'all feel about that Jermaine Jackson. Do y'all think he did it with the 1988 case? Let me know because I don't know he did it. It doesn't give me a vibe that he did it. It give me a vibe more so like Randy Jackson probably done it because he always been hot headed for years. Many people said it. Even Michael, he like every time he do stuff, he was petty. He was consistent in being his rage. Was nice and ensuring I should have hopped on it. I had a good chance at something, but I always knew the industry was jack up. But she was awesome. I'm mad because she gets all the hate right now. I think it's not about her talent being hated. I think it's her characteristics is hated. I think that the way she show her attitude, it shows that was being hateful about her. But at the end of the day, Jada is a businesswoman. At the end of the day, Will Smith is a businessman. Regardless they together or divide their asset, they still are a business couple. That's what people forget about. They still run their business. They still making money. All their money and legacy will go to their kids, regardless of who accept it or not, approve of it or not. And then not only that, lots of people have been say, Jada and Will been a bisexual couple for years. Nothing new underneath the sun. Will Smith had Dwayne Campbell, and because Letitia Campbell was the one who exposed Dwayne for having an open relationship underneath with Will Smith, because she even found out that house that they saying Will Smith was paying the rent and bills and mortgage. Like, what it feel like you laying sleeping next to your man, blowing your back out, found out another man paying for the bills. Y'all let me know in the comments. Like, what? You think Randy did? He was like the spoiled baby brother. Think Randy did? Yeah, Randy. Ask Michael. There was lots of movies about Michael, and there's lots of TV shows about Michael. Saying that Randy, when he get mad, anger, and rage, nobody could not calm him down besides Joe Jackson. Once Joe Jackson pull up on Randy, Randy start acting like he got common sense, like he a nerd, like he a good boy. Once Joe step out that car with his shiny shoes and sharp hats and give him the stare off at Randy, Randy shut up quick. 2.5 seconds, they said. They said Joe Jackson don't play about his legacy, nor does any of the Jackson kids play about their legacy. So yeah, girl, Daddy Joe don't play those games. She said, I don't know because Will has been a cheater. Yes, Jada is weird, but I don't know, and she is not my favorite. I am nobody's stand. I'm just saying. But yeah, Will been cheating on Jada for years. Jada allegedly been cheating on Will for some years too, saying that she was, making out with MC Light before she got in a relationship with Will Smith, allegedly, where on the street says. I like, oh, remember before MC Light admit that she was down for the lesbians lick team. So anyway, I think Dwayne has something on Will that made him buy him that place. You think they really got caught doing it by that guy at that Tasha interview? Of course. Not only I believe the guy, but Dwayne's wife, who he been married 20 plus years, said that, Will and Dwayne was in a gay relationship and that she pretty much caught him a few times with Will. So if your wife, who you've been married 20 years, versus an assistant who been friends for years of Will Smith telling the same story. Ain't no coincidence. Nobody paying nobody off. They different parties and different teams, but saying the same story. Let's just leave it there. Y'all let me know is it true or not. So Rennie was just like his father. Of course. That's why I said anytime you date a guy, date his father date the man personality. Because if you can't handle the man personality, you're gonna reproduce that same personality inside your child and your kids. So he got it. All his kids got, the Joe personality. Where you think the little slick comments come from? From all the Jackson kids. They got it from their father. They had to learn it somewhere or come from somebody. Because I don't think it's Catherine. Catherine look like she's like smooth, soft talking, and she make a lot of faces. So you see if she had a problem issue with you, she could not hide it. So the father, he looked like the type of, you got that one uncle and your daddy who don't mind telling you up front that they don't like you to a guy or to a person. Yeah, that was that situation. I believe that MC Light always look rainbow too. I do too. I like every time I see her, y'all can't tell me that woman is straight. Now she's straight because she married with a man, but still, back then, she always gave me a vibe chasing rainbows. Many years ago, back in the 90s, like early 2000-ish. I'm like, I don't know. Yes, Tisha Campbell, she said it. Marion wife Tisha Campbell, she like, yep, he was caught with Will Smith, and she said I find out through the divorce it was Will Smith paying on the house. I like, oops, before she took all her money. I'm like, well, dang, mind you, Tisha Campbell been in the industry longer than Martin. Do the research, y'all find out. Yeah, lifelong wife saying that, but a woman can't be bitter in divorce. True, but you could also understand some women knew what they getting themselves into and don't entertain it. They don't say nothing. Joe was a gangster. I don't know. Lots of his kids, his family, his wife portray him as long working hard mill, working the mill in the factory for many years. So if he was, then hey, reason why he tell his kids be better than me, don't do what I did. Those type of speech. I was shocked to see if she was married to a man because I also thought her and Queen was Rainbow Tribe way before setting. I said the same thing. I was shocked because I thought she would be married to men, but of course she found God in her life, which I am down for. It's every life getting saved by Christ. Angels dance and sing, they say, but it's in the Bible mentioning it, so it must be true. So hey, I thought so too. Her and Queen looked like they probably did it off the set behind closed door too, but you ain't hear that from me allegedly. Whatever. Tisha been around since childhood. Look up rags to riches. I saw that. That's how I knew she been in the industry for a long time. And Lil Shop of Horror. So yeah, you confirm everything I knew because I saw that show. It was really good. I'm like, oh, look at little Tisha. So cute. I think Joe became a gangster once the money came because he was not a joke. No, allegedly, Joe been a gangster. He didn't play about his kids being in the street. He refused to let any of his kids join anything until they got older. And then when it come to paying his kids, they always saying that Joe would usually go off on anyone behind the scenes try to out cheat his kids out their money. And that's why they try to find ways to remove Joe from doing business deal because Joe wasn't playing about his kids getting their whole check. He was the daddy. He was a daddy in the present moment. He wasn't playing them games with nobody. And as a father should who support his kids, be in the band, singing, making music, he don't want his kids be another one hit wonders of many one hit wonder years before, came before his kids. And as he should. But do I believe that he should abuse them kids like he did? No. I don't support abuse from anybody, woman or man, hitting or sexualized. I don't support it at all. Michael said that his business savvy he learned from his father. Of course. His father let him know you gotta be rough with these people. And I could see that in him because a couple of videos, shows, movies he did, Michael didn't play with people. He didn't. And they let him know. And they heard it from Michael's voice. And then when something good sound like good investment, Michael will voice it. He a good businessman. So it's smart how he used his father trait only in business but not in relationships. Some would say, others would disagree, but it ain't none of my business. So he said that he had his father to thank the way he got Tommy and them. The way he got Tommy and of course. Remember again I told you Tommy Tomola Motola, whatever his name is, he was pretty much in part of the mob. And then allegedly people say that, they think Michael Jackson was part of the blue. What's the blue gangsters? Peru or what? I think that's the purple one. Because Crips, no, Blood, yep, Crips is blue and Bloods is red. See, I'm not in the street gang. See, I try to know. But anyway, they try to say that Michael was part of Crips, even when he did a song called Blue Gangster, or yeah, Blue Gangster, or Blue, something blue in it. But anyway, they was saying that they think he was part of that, which make him also have, street knowledge as well. Some claim I don't see it, but allegedly. Sony and them and Paul McCartney and them. Paul McCartney is favored by Europeans. He is favored by the Queen. Queen found him to be her favorite artist. Look it up. It says all over YouTube, London News, etc. Paul McCartney is the Queen favorite. So when something happened to Paul McCartney, the Queen got swift of it. Let's say Michael would be another Princess Diane. Let's leave it like that. It was also educated. He was a diplomatic. I didn't know that until after. Yeah, Michael was very smart. I could see that. People believe by you being very creative and very music creative that you dumb. That's not true. He was far beyond that. He was very smart. Every business he made, everything he did, he was very smart and treat pretty much what's the word I was looking for? Strategize every move he made because he don't want to make any wrong business dealing at any business person should be because that's his legacy online as well as his family. So he said it many times. Was the only one who could get the Bloods and Crim come together and do an actual music video. So that may not be too far fetched. Exactly. It was in his music. Every gangster you knew was dancing to Michael Jackson. So that's why I say I don't get some of the things people try to say, try to be funny. But Michael swindled Paul McCartney out of the part of the Beatles catalog. That's how he got it, and that's why part of why they were mad at Michael. No, the way how it sounds, Michael said, Paul McCartney, if you go back, it's an old video. I'll probably find it or something. But it was an old video that Paul McCartney tried to be shicey in front of Michael Jackson's face. One thing about us Virgos, child, we gonna let you play our face to a certain period of time before we play the haha got you back game. So Paul McCartney was playing in Michael's face. He was doing shady things to Michael behind the scene. And then Michael said, really? So how much is the Beatle catalog? And that's when he brought up the Beatle catalog apart. Paul McCartney was talking about it. and stuff like that. He like, uh-huh. So soon as they finish the girls' minds, leave it to Eddie Griffin. He said Michael went to his trailer and put on the phone his agents and got the Beatles catalog. And he been making money ever since off the Beatles catalog from Paul McCartney. So Michael Jackson wasn't playing with Paul McCartney at all. My heart's just hurt talk about Michael Jackson. I guess I'm a stand for him. It breaks my heart every time I think about it. He died 2 days before my birthday. He's not really dead. That's the thing. He's not dead. He's still alive, and he planned on making a comeback in the public. And then not only that, there's a couple people think that Michael should go to jail for faking his death right now because people, had mental state, lost their life, and many other things, and due to him faking his death because he tried to save himself from the mob and try to save us from other people. So honestly, I think he should not be in trouble for faking his death because he went to early retirement, protecting himself. He get to see his kids being raised, going to school, college, did all those things. Then me, Michael swallowed him. I mean, he got him back by getting part of the Beatles catalog from Paul McCartney. Exactly. Because to think about it, McCartney was really trying Michael throughout that whole, what I heard, the production. He was trying him and try to play Michael like he just another stupid black man, but Michael is not. Michael was very smart. He just played stupid around certain people, but the whole time he was smart as a whip. So he knew what he was doing. He outsmarted a lot of producers, executives, business elites, list of them. He outsmarted everybody. So I'll give him applause for that. Many people should too. Part it was talking with someone part it was talking with someone before he passed and that I felt like or I would be sad if he did pass. He passed the day. But he did not pass. He was talking with someone. If you go back listen to his phone records, it sounded like that he was speaking in codes. That that he didn't feel safe. He feel like people was watching him. Remember his phones was bugged. Remember they had landlines. So and Jay Hoover, he put every device back in those days, even your walls had microphones. Even the fans and stuff, excuse me, and your clocks and your lamps, whatever, they all had like cameras in them. So they was listening saying whatever, speaking codes because they know people was listening. I'm sorry, was talking with someone before he passed about it. And he passed the next day, it broke my spirit. Yeah. When he passed, I can remember literally where I was at when I got the news. I was at home doing my chores, cleaning up, then up looking on to the TV, breaking news, breaking news. Michael Jackson had. I like, oh God darn you! I'm like, oh man, there go my trips going to the Neverlands. Try to talk to my grandma after I graduate, go to the Neverlands back in when he passed. Sorry, when he passed in 2009, because I would graduate in 2011. After college, but she wound up passing in 2018, December 27th, 2 days after Christmas, and then we had her funeral next year. So I was like, oh dang it. And I was like shocked about it, but at the same time I was like kind of suspicious because why I didn't feel like anytime I attached myself to certain people and I know they was going to die, I get like this chest tingling pain and then goes away. I had it for years. So anytime I know someone was going to die, my chest hurt for a quick second and goes away. So I ain't had that feeling. I don't feel like he had passed, So I pray about it, and the same night, God showed me in a dream or vision that Michael, if he was coming in my room, and mind you, the Super Bowl that he did, either 1992 or 1993 Super Bowl, same outfit, everything. And he told me clear as day that he's going under. He working behind the scenes. He's not dead. And then that was it from the dream that I had about him. I was like, oh snaps! So Michael is alive, and he's just working behind the scenes. Okay, got it. So that's how I knew about it. And you said, yup, CIA was created to track celebrities and bud them and keep them in line. Of course. We live in a modern slavery. They let you think you got all the money in the world working. Your birth certificate is pretty much what they keep tracking all their slaves. Most people ain't ready for that conversation, but anyway, we gonna keep it moving. I cried for days, couldn't enjoy my birthday that year. I almost died in 2009 myself. Oh no, don't do that, Mia. Don't do that. But he's not dead though. He's coming back. He's alive. I think he probably gonna expose himself in the movie because he did expose himself a couple times in a couple TV shows, but people didn't see it. Have you ever watched Atlanta Teddy Perkins stories? People believe that Michael Jackson was the one in the wheelchair playing, Benny as Teddy Perkins was the one talking about him. I can't sleep if I feel like something going wrong or somebody close to me is about to die. It's really a power. Always tap into it. Of course, my stay on 24/7. And every month, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but every month in August, it always like gets stronger. My senses, my vision, dream state, mindset gets stronger every August. It feel like a wave of water wash over me every time I get like older and mature, and the stronger my gift gets. He probably isn't dead, then trust your instincts. Oh, I've been trust my instincts. I could read people. I could talk with a person in 30 minutes. I already know what I'm dealing with because I'm already getting open visions, dreams after interacting with them, talking with them to know who they are. My energy will read them off the bat. And sometimes I don't say nothing because I don't know what mood that person is or feeling. And other times, if I do say something, some people will look at you nasty and rude, say, why you say that? Who told you that? Then they want to get mad, tell the person off, then know that you's really a gifted person who got strong spiritual senses and pick up on lots of stuff. I was questioning it after I watched a documentary, and I was like, maybe he's not dead. I hope he's not. No, he's not dead. I'll tell you why. I'm gonna give you 5 reasons I believe Michael's not dead. 5 strong reasons. Number one, Michael not dead because before the death announcement came the day before, he opened a Twitter page called Peter Mandani years ago, back in 2009, for one. Two, Michael's not dead. He was making a whole bunch of music, TV shows, behind the scenes. Three, I think either back in 2028 or 20, not 2018 or 2019, when Chris Brown was going over Michael Jackson's house, and then he had a picture caption, "You Joker." Remember, Michael Jackson is a prankster, and he's a joker, and he's goofy like that. Like literally, they say he's goofy. So not only who says it, but also watch the Chris Tucker Netflix special. He talked about Michael Jackson, how he's funny. He's do silly things and catch people off guards. He's exposing it that Michael Jackson is a joker. You would never know you talking to Michael while, till somebody mention it moments later. Number four, Michael Jackson family all knew that he's alive. Why isn't when Michael Jackson funeral, if you pay close attention, everybody try to play sad and this and that, then the daughter was speaking, and then she was, try to squeeze out the tears that she did not have. But she knew her daddy was alive. But of course she got had the story sell for her father and whatnot at the time. And then not only that, people said that Michael was at his own wedding. Remember, his stylist dressed him up, and remember, he was pretending to be a woman with pants on. And not only that, you see another picture image of Janet talking to a woman who looked like Michael with wig on. Not only have a wig on, but also they said that Michael will really be watching people behind the scenes all the time on social media platforms, from shows. Like, he will love it. Even Tito said it with Tito, Marlon, and Jermaine when they was doing interview. They said Michael would love all these new artists and talents and etc. etc. And the fifth thing, I found out that Michael was alive when he did the show called Mass Singer. And mind you, Matt Singer is also a part of Michael Jackson music. He got a song called Matt Singer. So he working behind the stage of Matt Singer, having Nick Cannon as, the host. And then Nick Cannon knew Michael Jackson for many years. He loved Michael Jackson. Many artists claim they do, but only fewer celebrities who really genuinely care for Michael, as I observed, which is Eddie Griffin, Teddy Riley, Chris Tucker. What's the other one? That's all I could think of. It's more I can't think of their names. So yeah, he probably isn't dead. Cheshire Instance. Yep. Celebrities are not even people. It's always been like that in Hollywood. They are common. These possessions is terrible. Of course, as soon as you walk away from Hollywood, they take everything back. Their jewelries, their cars, their land. You just like a human walking pet zoo, just living on their property. Nice way to put it. I almost died tonight. I had a pulmonary embolism. Ooh, thank God you made it, girl. Because that sounds kind of scary to me. No, never seen Atlanta. What network is that on? I'm going to watch that now. You could watch it either on Amazon, or you could watch it on Hulu if you got Hulu service. And you could watch it on, let me try to see. I think they have it on, is it Tubi or Tubi? Have it on Tubi. And you gotta look it up as a TV show or movies. Research it. Or you could look up on YouTube. They talk about that part, and then they have it shows only who is Teddy Riley's, and people getting that point and watching and give reviews on it. So you don't feel like you have to, pay for it. But is, even though the Bible teaches is witchcraft spirituality, would we go against ourselves, our feelings? I believe they are God given, so we should not ignore them. They are not demonic. So I don't do witchcraft. My gifts was given to me by birth. I had mine's gift since birth, since I was born. So my spirit gift will be marked as in a biblical matter, not witchcraft or spirituality. It'll be marked as spirit discernment, seer, prophet, or it will be marked as a dreamer. Because Joseph was a dreamer who dreamed many dreams and interpret all dreams. So yeah. And he pretty much got out of jail for telling the kings his dreams of what he was having, that God was sending out warning. What a Twitter page. I got more research to do. Yeah, Michael had Twitter page. I don't know if it still's up because every time he have his page up, they always report his page to get taken down. So it was Peter Mandani, then it was Peter Jackson, Then it was Mandani, something. I never heard of it, but it was like a Italian last name. So I don't know. They still got it up. So yeah, Chris Tucker wasn't the only one who said that. Many said Michael would play pranks, calls, and ish. Of course. Who was said the same thing? Akon. They did a song together, and then he also said that Michael would have on a mask um while walking with him, like a custom mask from makeup artists that made for him. And he would go out in the public movies when fans run up to him because of Michael say, "Hey, there's Akon," take pictures, and people was laughing, taking pictures with Akon, and then Akon said in back of his mind, people don't know that if they knew who was the one taking the picture, this whole building would be swarmed with Michael. So it was a funny thing Michael did with fans, but also with other artists. Same thing with LL Cool J, Lick 'Em Up. He would also said that Michael Jackson was silly, goofy. He would tell Michael that he gotta use a poop. He like go ahead, and Michael would laugh, and then LL Cool J also said that he wanted ice cream, and then Michael was making a joke, calling someone say, hey, you won't believe. LL Cool J asked for some ice cream, and they was laughing about it in the phone. So they said, yeah, Michael Jackson was a trip. Yes, I was wondering why some of the tears seemed so fake, but I feel like Jermaine was a good actor. He was. He was in on it too, Jermaine. If you turn around, it says back of Jermaine, long live King. So he knew his brother was alive the whole entire time. He knew. Go back watching Jermaine and watch when he turn around and pause it. You'll see in back of his shirt, long live the king. Clear as day. You can't miss it. In blue fawn prints, everything. Michael had a short run of a record label. It was called MMJ. He bought out Act Like a Brownstone. Yeah. And now he got MJJ Productions, which is Prince Jackson running it. Look it up. It's I think is it in his file? But anyway, it's MJJ Productions. Now he got and his son Prince is taking over it. And then also every now and then those who help out. So yeah, and then I think I don't know, don't get me lying to y'all, but y'all look it up, see what productions is Paris, Jackson on. I don't know if she on her father production or she finding people to bring back to the record label for her father, MJJ Productions. Could be possibly it too as well, because she also knew her father ain't dead. And she been sending out all types of signals, butterflies, bees, long live the dead or something, whatever. Talk about Michael. Remember, Michael faked his death. So, and his nephews and other Michael's love, and the world could understand him. Yeah, his nephews, they know Michael's not dead. So every time people you see their face when they talk about Michael, they all like look like play a part of it, but you see they slightly annoyed, like he not really dead, but I'm gonna feed into it because our father told us to do it. So that's what I get from every time I see their interviews and much more. I got Hulu. You give me things to look into now. Yeah, it says it. You gotta pay attention to the message, and the message what they were saying into Teddy Perkins. Remember, Teddy was also Michael Jackson's son. Benny was also part of Michael's song because he got a song called Ben. I'm just letting you know. Those who got ears, let them hear. Those who got eyes, let them see. You know. And the old man once said, "A fool will only be a fool because they choose to be a fool." So you gotta look into it. Thanks. I need my late night watches. Oh, I was saying the Bible, certain things that we are talking about is witchcraft, but I believe that they are God given powers and we ignore them and we fairly badly. That is true. Oh, yeah, I remember Long Live the King jacket. Of course, he had that on. And then it was showing like in dark blue, whatever. And then not only that, here go the Mass Singer, which song he have called Mass Singer. I don't know which album because Michael got a lot of albums, so don't get me to lie to you. It's one album, come find out it's another album, and then another album before that. So yeah, rubbing my hands together. I'm gonna do another deep dive now because of you. Thanks, sis. You're welcome. Because right now, Michael is looking for those who is paying attention. And right now, I watched a show. You can look up. It called the lady. Her name is Pearl Jr. And she telling people how Michael didn't fake his death. She also did a whole bunch of documentaries with a whole bunch of clues that Michael given to her, voice audios of her talking with Peter Michael Bobby, on her channel, phone conversation showed that Michael is real alive. It's no fake actor, it's none of that. It's real, all real. So you guys gotta look it up. And what's her name again? Pearl Jr., Michael Jackson death host. So you're gonna see a picture of Michael half face, real face, and the other half look like a skull, but puzzle in the eye. So it's give you a good hint that he faked his death and puzzling it all together. So I thought Ben was his pet rat that Joe got caught on sticky trap. No, Ben is a Michael Jackson music song. And it's an old song when Michael did as a kid, you know, and he was singing about a friend having a friend named Ben. And then also, oh yeah, Pearl, I am on it. And then he also had a friend as a kid named Ben, and he did a song as a kid called Ben something something. If you know, you're one of a kind of friend, something like that. He was singing about a friend. So yes, he say something about his pet named Ben. Okay, then probably so. I didn't know he had a past kid too, so that was shocking. I knew he ain't have a pet since he was in his 20s when he had his own zoo, monkey, chimpanzee, two giraffe, and a lion, all that. But I didn't know he had a pet as a kid. She said, "Oh yeah, I am on it. Yeah, oh yeah, Pearl. Yeah, Pearl Jr. Because on the Masked Singer, there was an acting called Pearl. Stage costume with Pearl. So it was a clue that he gave it to Pearl Jr. that showed that he was live and working behind the scenes of the Masked Singer show, which is my favorite show. They got one in America and one in Australia. So I like it. That was a real smart business move. And also made me wonder because when I first watched Masked Singers, they had him as a character. I think Michael was one of the character. A man was ready to see and reveal, and then middle of the show he stopped and walked off the stage and left. And we didn't see that character no more. So it made me curious, was that Michael Jackson was by to expose himself and did decide not to? So yeah. That was a good one though, if it was. Being one of my favorite songs. My favorite song will be Baby Be Mine and Lady of My Life. That's one of my favorite songs in PYT. PYT. Okay. It's nighttime. My voice cracking. But ain't gonna try it. Yeah, they had rats. They were very poor. And Michael was communicating with the rat. He always loved animals and Joe killed the rat. Yeah, I probably see that happening, because Michael even said that Joe had put a mask on and scare the boys because they slept with their windows open because it was hot in Gary, Indiana in one summer. And then Michael had Joe Jackson had a scary mask on and scared the heck out of Michael, made him petrified. So every summer he kept sleeping with the window closed. So Joe kind of scarred Michael in that area. Make sure he had his own air conditioner, work hard, keep air conditioning his whole entire house. Of course, type of popular reality singer competition like American Idol has some subsidiaries in other countries. Of course, remember Michael is a businessman. If he can make it in America with the show, he gonna make it anywhere else. Remember, Michael had 4.8 billion fans all over the world, more than any person artist, even more than Beyonce. Beyonce and her man together, they just step into a billionaire status. Like they not there. Same thing with the other ones who doing, working for, makeup. Rihanna, she just became a billionaire. Taylor Swift just became a billionaire. Kendall will be a billionaire, but she lied about being a billionaire. Um, yeah, I'm just saying. That's how old school fathers was in the day. They would tease and pick and mess with the kids. My father did it. My uncle did the same thing. My uncle used to tease the boy, especially when they got their haircut. He used to tease the boy, smack the back of their heads and they got pissed off and stuff like that. And then not only that, they also had chores. The males, their father was in their life. My cousins, their father would make them sure they had chores or wake them up in the middle of the night do chores if they ain't clean nothing up. So yeah, I remember one cousin, we both the same age, and we got into a fight. We was pushing back, shoving, and I got so pissed off because I don't hate scary movies. I'm bored of scary movies. And it's getting on my nerves. Every time I see scary movie, I just like, are you serious? I get frustrated. So every scene, because at this time we was watching Freddy versus Jason movie that came out, I think either 2008 or 2009, one or two, and he kept pissing me off. So next thing I know it, I think was it 2004 or 2003. I think it was 2004 though. Anyway, y'all let me know in the comments when Freddy versus Jason came out. But anyway, I got so frustrated, pissed off, and we was fighting, wrestling. Like, oh my goodness, everybody was like, they fighting again and stuff like that. Then the older cousin, Slim, was trying to separate us. Before they got to us, I already pushed the boy out the window and onto the front porch. They had a front porch from their house, and the whole glass was window broken, literally broken, shattered. All you see was a wood frame. That was it, and I was pissed off. Like, yeah, their dad came home pissed off and whooped him to him going upstairs afterwards when he got home from working. So yeah. At one point in time Michael Jackson was a trillionaire. Michael Jackson is a trillionaire. Even though they label him as a billionaire, but Michael Jackson is a trillionaire. And they couldn't put Michael Jackson in jail because the whole jailhouse will protect Michael from anybody, even the guards themselves will protect Michael from anybody as well, even the warrant if they did put him in jail. Like that's how much power Michael have, and everybody love Michael. So yeah, good times, good days. Exactly, child. The things I was doing as a kid, I can't do as an adult. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't do scary movies. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Scary movies depend on what is the agonism or uh, antagonism. I can't watch them. Okay. Me either. I don't watch scary movies at all. I hate them. I hate it. And then not only that, it was a old witch. I think it was 2, 3 years ago. She sent lots of scary movies that look like they were fake, but actually real spirits involvement in the movement. in the movie. So I was like, oh, good thing I don't watch scary movies. I'm not gonna lie, I was terrified of Michael when he did Thriller. I feel like that was a turning point, turning point in the whole situation with Michael trajectory in life. When he did the Thriller, first time I watched Thriller, I was probably say I was young. We had internet, so that was probably sometime. I would say I remember first watching his Thriller video was in 2007 when my dad bought me a laptop. Watching on YouTube. His first Thriller. I was like, oh my gosh! And then of course used to was it well? It probably was MTV. Probably was MTV at the time actually when I first watched the Thriller. I'm not gonna lie. It was scary though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, wait a minute. He dancing, he had fun. Then he said, I'm not a normal guy. Since you wanna be my girlfriend, let you know. I like, oh shit, what he try to turn to? And then he turned into a zombie. Then he turned to a werewolf. I'm like, child, it's too much. Now I got people scared going dates thinking they may gonna change to a zombie and werewolf. Like, oh, forget this day. When he did that, oh, I'm not normal. Sit conversation, I was over. I was done with it. As you had to watch it. I don't do scary movies. They had anything to do with demons, ghosts, or possession. I don't mess with them, but if it is a serial killer, I am in it. Oh, girl, me you the same. I watch serial killer movie, murder mysteries. I watch homicide. I could watch CISI, victim unit, murder crime scenes. I could watch anything, blood splatter, everything. Even I could watch it while eating a whole meal, watching with a whole bunch of blood everywhere. Even how I get away with murder, I was watching. I was watching it all. I'm not joking. I like that show. How Viola Davis, she did a good job with that show. How I Get Away with Murder. Oh my goodness. I know me, you both, we not normal. I be watching like all these crime shows with blood everywhere and still be eating food though. And they said something wrong with me. My dad like something wrong with you. You gonna eat food with a whole bunch of blood on TV? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. My stomach is not weak at all over here. It's strong in the mud. Yes, I am. I could see a finger, body part cut off. I'm still watching that show and still eating. Like I do not care. He could have limbs missing. Her body could be all tore up, head all the way back to the body. I'm still eating and watching it. Yes, the wolf. Oh my goodness. And when he shapeshift to that wolf, I like Michael. He turned to a wolf. But they ain't the first thing he shapeshift though. He not only shapeshift to werewolf and zombie, but he also shapeshift to Black Panther. He shapeshift to the cartoon, couple other things throughout his career and his music industry experience. I watch sci-fi too, as long as it's sci-fi, because sometimes horror movies get put in the sci-fi category and they might trick you. I don't watch those. Yeah, I saw that. I like House of Horrors, and they was telling old wise tales and scary tales and movies. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I like funny scary movies with Sean Marlon. How they do like funny scary house movies. Those be the funniest with them both. And I don't know, you watch anybody watch the movies Scary Scream? I try to remember what they movie, but I know it's a funny movie that they did. And they always oh yeah, Screams, that's the movie Screams. And when the brother had the mass killer, the second one, They had a different one with someone who was going around killing people. Then they had the killer ghost one. Yes, scary movie. That's it. Thank you. Scary movie one, two, three, four, and five. They also had scary movie with the aliens and the iPods. They had scary movie with Snoop Dogg. I was rolling. I like that's the only type of time I watch scary movie unless it's like comical like that. So yeah. Yes, Cartoon Mike Speed Demon was my song. Yes, it was funny. I'm like, oh my goodness, look at him. He acting out, acting silly. And I liked it when he was playing Agent M in the Men in Black. So yeah. They know they should put Michael in the movies, but I think they don't want Michael to dominate too much of the industry as he was doing already. So it was a threat in their eyes pretty much. Also, he transformed into a big robot transformer on a moonwalker. He did. And then he have a big giant statue as well. So in the Making of History album, a giant Michael Jackson statue. Yes, scary movie Marlon Wayans. Yes. And then not only that, Marlon Wayans have a haunted house movie. And he be having doing all types of, different other movies on his own. And all the Marlins are kind of low key nasty. Low key nasty. So I love Scream and Saw and Bass and Motel and Psycho. Yes. I saw that. It'd be so funny. We big Mike fans here. I see. I love it. I love all celebrities, but also I like seeing celebrities live in their truth. I don't like them celebrities don't live in their truth because they will always have someone who they mistreat gonna expose everything who they really are. So I believe living your whole entire truth and do it honestly. So nobody tell you about your story but your story. You know yourself, whatever. So let's see what else. What other crazy stories been going on social media? Let me know, y'all. Cause I've been every time I try to do a video about what's going on social media, it's another storyline and then another storyline after that. I'm like I can't keep up. And on top of that, try to finish other things I try to plan ahead for next year in school and then test and exam kicking my butt every Tuesday and whole week of December before finishing it, but going Christmas break is just whoa. Team too much. Yeah, I feel you on that. Live your truth. Exactly. Because who gonna live your truth besides you? Who gonna tell your story besides you? Did you see Jada Pinkett interview on Breakfast Club? Oh my goodness. Yes, I did. And I ain't like certain things that she was saying. So I like Jada. Why are you telling these people, still talk about Will, still talk about her kids, still talk about her books, and then she talk about I think she got another show coming out or a movie, whatever. So it's like Jada, when are you gonna divorce Will? That's what we wanna know while you on Breakfast Club. That's what I wanna know the whole entire time she was doing that interview. When was you gonna divorce Will? And y'all just share equal assets and call it a day. And I also think she also got something over Will Hill head as well. Many other people said the same thing because why would she keep him there? Why? She was so boring. I struggled through it, but I watched. Me too. It's like it was boring. Like you saying the same thing over. Like you know how you talk with people and they just give you boring details, just give you boring details, so they don't have to tell you what they really don't want to tell you and give you answers that you looking for. That's what I felt in her interview. She was just pretty much telling people nicely mind their own business while getting her them pretty much bull crap in her interview. So They not divorcing child. Shake my head. Of course they not, because money always talks. They rich together, and then you know what it'd be like if they got split the whole assets. They both worth a lot of money. Will, I should say, Will worth a lot of money now. He worth, I think, 400, close to $600 million. Will Smith alone. So yeah, Jada all in his pockets. I think he keeping her there. No, I don't think so. I think it's the other way around. I think it's Jada keeping Will around, because if you see the kids, Willow and Jaden, they all talk about pretty much how their mom was pretty much keeping them in line, but also keeping their dad alive. And you see Willow openly, time and time again, disrespect Will Smith in different times. If you go back watch videos, clips, you see she openly disrespect Will Smith. What do you think about Cardi? What she's going through now? That's sad, because no woman should not have to find out that her man cheated not once but twice, allegedly twice. First time she found out that Offset was cheating was during the live of Ken. I don't know, Cal, whatever his name. He's a black guy with dreads, but he was pretty much on his show, and then he left following the girl up the stairs and telling a friend that he was using the bathroom, but whole time, 30 minutes, he was smashing a girl that was at the stand. She came down and said, "Oh yeah, it was good," and this and that and this and that in the background. I gotta find the clip so y'all could see it and post it in my commentary section or whatever so y'all could see it for yourself. And then second time was when Blueface exposed Krishan. And Krishan, she ain't denied it or say anything if anyone noticed that he did cheat it. And then not only that, people was putting two together. Can the baby of Krishan's could be Offset instead of Blueface? That's why Blueface kept saying that the baby wasn't mine, because the timing that Krishan got pregnant was in November. Some say. And then, of course, remember her and Offset met at Offset house or hotel, and then allegedly they had hook up. So the baby possibly could be Offset's baby instead of Blueface. And that is sad, because now here is Cardi B. She's living live crying, getting mad, getting angry, but at the same time she is attacking her fans. And then, like, you can't attack us. In order for you to be the celebrity, you gotta have this skin. People gonna come at you on all sides, man. They gonna tell you about yourself. People gonna bring up old things, interviews, things you said that you thought you forgot about, but the fans didn't forget about. So they would go deeper to the dark web to find every single thing. Them kids weird, I just saying. They are. They are. But I did not know that Widow was messing around with Paris Jackson, Michael Jackson's daughter, though. I didn't know that. And I think they also have a song out too, but I can't remember the song. I probably gotta look it up and see, and post that as well if I remember later on right after live. Yeah, Wolf was Willow with that grown man in her bed when she was only 13. I'm trying to tell you. And then nobody ain't say nothing about it. Jada ain't check her. Will Smith didn't say nothing. It was silent. And then same thing with Jaden. Will Smith kissing his son on the couch. And people believe that he tried to groom Jaden to be in the, busted wide open club. So something's weird about that whole household for real. Offset cheated numerous. Yes, he did. Throughout before he met Cardi B, while dating After he married Cardi B, even when he divorced Cardi B, he's still gonna be cheating. I'm just saying, he consistent cheater. That's all I'm gonna say. Blue Lace said off smash Krishan. Yeah, look at the timeline when she got pregnant. She was smashing with doing a show around that time with Offset. And Blueface was on another concert tour at the round time of November as well. So yeah, Pat Shine did not sleeping with other guys on the Zoo show either. When we thought Blue was lying about her smashing other guys, he wasn't lying. He wasn't. But at the same time, Blue, you have a whole girl you was smashing with and cheating on, which is Jada Alexis. You was cheating on Jada Alexis with Krishan. Now you going back to Jada Alexis. Want to marry her because she getting a bigger deal than you ever got. And allegedly, they offered Jada Alexis $30 million to sign a contract and make a song with. So now here it is. Blueface want to put a Ike Turner. We are together. Let's get married. Let that sit in. Dude don't want you until you bring in more money. Yeah, okay. Christian, I know what you mean. I thought you was trying to be funny, get them nicknames. I knew exactly what you mean. She slow. She don't represent my city well at all. It's not about being slow. When a person been traumatized, they go into a traumatized shock and a mindset. I learned this in psychology, which means they block off certain emotions, feelings, thoughts, and process when dealing with certain people. That's what they do. They block them off, and then for them to survive, instinct kick in. And then not only that, she's really good at manipulating people. When she get to crying, she know she'll get her way by crying around people who is weak, not knowing that she's using their vulnerability against them, pretty much. So you gotta be very aware of that as well. Blue be tripping, but he ain't no liar. He do be tripping, but he is like his mama Carlissa. She will expose anybody dropping names in an instant. Same with Blue. Blue got the same. He's his mother child. Regardless, they fight bigger and how he got his mother and sister tail whoop. He's still a common, dominator of problematic. Other than his mama is the, creator and whatnot. Blue a pimp in my 50 voice. No, he not pimp. Ask my Carissa. She said, y'all think it's Bloom the one who making moves and pimping people out. Y'all must not know it's really a Jada Alexis. Jada Alexis the one having Blue out there pimping people and females. Jada Alexis the one telling them taking Krishan money and bring it back home to the family. That's Jada Alexis pimping Blue. She's the real pimp of the relationship. So don't get it twisted and think, oh, no, Jada Alexis out here pimping dudes and females. She's still a little slow because I believe her mom was dipping and dabbing when she was born. And substance don't make her any sharper. No, it don't. Substance pretty much keep your brain at the same age that you start using. So if she was using it at an early age, her brain still immature in the mindset. If she was using it in her late 19s, her mind's still in the late and early 19s and 20ish. And she could be a whole 30 and 40-year old. So it stayed where she at when she started the drugs. But alcohol don't have that effect as deeper than drugs does. But it does have the same effect, just lower. So yeah. I think Stewie and him was together on ish. Carlissa said they used to rob corner stores together. But of course, Jay Alexis was his Bonnie. You know, he always loves Jada Alexis, even though he out here disrespecting her and cheating on her. But she know that Blueface ain't going nowhere. Even Blueface know he ain't going nowhere from no Jada Alexis, regardless what he says. Yes, arrested development. Yes, it does. Arrest the development of the mind. And then the mind is controlled and operating for throughout the body, which is the soul spirit. So yeah. Krishan was a star athlete and she was educating herself. She just got stuck in a phase that's arrested development and really sad to watch. Of course she was. And she not the only female. I know a couple of females who was like Krishan. They was on their way to be a star athlete, either tracks, basketball, hockey, tennis, and they got stuck either with the wrong crowd, wrong man, just like Krishan, you know, who could have been graduated with full scholarship and have a whole bunch of money in their own house, but since they was heavy on drugs and followed after a man, they lost all that. So it was sad. See, they was their own self demise, and then try to attack everybody around them. Said they the ones who, you know, it's just a whole hot mess. She was on the news and everything in Baltimore, but I and Jerry took her out of the athleticisms and she never got back to it. She said school was empty, was an escape, so it was still at some point. Yeah, it was. When you were a kid who been abused at home of any sorts or type, mentally, psychology, you looking for something or someone to escape to. You looking for someone to run towards, you know? And they all say that, every celebrity who got abused by their parents, you know, felt awkward having that parent around. If you notice in the house, around them, talking to them, they felt awkward for many years until they finally got their own money. But still, that still leave a lingering feeling of their abuse could still be around and torment them. So it was escape. Anytime you see an artist could or an athlete could run after things that they love, that was that personal escape. Michael Jackson was his music. Margate was his music. Serena and Vanessa was tennis. Their father was abusive verbally, they said. Um, who else parent was abusive? Couple more other people who parents was abusive. The same, storyline in those situations. The things women do to themselves over a man is it's sad. It really is. And then they get jealous of other women who don't have no men, who don't have no kids, up going travel, going places with their friends, with their families, or who also don't have no kids and just having fun enjoying life. But you get mad that you decide to settle with a man who was no good, breaking your back into and treating you like crap when you could be a star player in your own life. You could have your own education degrees. You could have a big house with 5-car garage, but now you living in a ghetto and try to avoid shoot pow pows. That's your fault. That's not our fault. There's not single women's with no kids fault at all. That's yours. You made that choice. You made that decision, not us. You know? School was my escape to back when, even though bullies was real, still school and music was my escape. Yeah, I had a lot of bullies as kids. I've noticed my whole entire life I had bullies on and off social media. From elementary, middle school, high school, vocational school, work, jobs, colleges. I had bullies everywhere. Online bullies, I had them all. people with several fake profiles stalking me and then try to harass me. Like, again, it doesn't phase me because if you got more bullies, then you doing something. If you ain't have no bullies or no haters, you ain't doing nothing. People don't talk about people, they ain't doing nothing or popping. It depends on the abuse too. You know the type of abuse. Exactly. Because all abuse are still the same. In fact, your mental state, it arrests your mental state as well. That's why they say like lots of time when a person get abused, they don't not only take after the abuser, but at the same time their action, their character changed in the process too. Which I did not know that in psychology. So I feel like most black people were kind of abused back in the day because those spankings were real most of the time overboard. Oh yes, they was. They was between life and death spankings. They had extension cords. They had tree switches. They had shoes. They had landline or slowly portable phone. Then you was getting thrown cups, remote controls, belts, whoopings, all hours even when you go sleep whatnot. So yeah, it was real back in those days. Sorry to hear that. That's okay because the glow up be so real. You can look at your haters and laugh in their face one day. Believe me, that is true. I still laugh at my haters, even though they thought I supposed to be mad, angry, bitter. I supposed to, do body harm and all types of things. I just laugh because even though you try to stunt my growth of what I'm doing, you still living a miserable life. You still think about me. I'm living rent free in your mind 24/7 and drinking up all your glass of water, juices, and liquor in your head and following you everywhere you go, even to your work, your job, parties, clubs, and you still got me on your mind. So let your haters be your escalators. That's the part I'm trying to tell you. Your haters is your free promo. Eddie Murphy said, "Well, I need to pray for promotion when I got haters." So he said, "Let them haters tell people about you." And now everybody in the Lorain County, where I live at, everybody in Cuyahoga County in Ohio know my name because haters been talking. And probably outside Ohio too know my name. So hey. Generational trauma, kids do not ask to be here. It's sad how they take the ride as literal, but the ride just means that discipline, not necessarily physical or mental abuse. Exactly. And then not only that, you also gotta remember your parents was abused too, even though they call it whoopings. They was getting punches, they was getting kicks before belts and stuff was coming out. They was getting shoes whoopings, you know. They was probably getting mental torment, locked in the closet with no lights on. You don't know what their past discipline was versus ours. And not only that, generation trauma is real because these days people are having kids as accessory, not as human beings. They have kids as accessory, they have adults, animals as accessory, so it's bad. All their Kool-Aid, sis, drink all their Kool-Aid. Ooh, I don't want to drink their Kool-Aid. Some of their Kool-Aids be nasty. It just be filled with bitterness, not enough sweetness. And then they had an artificial sweetness that's not real sweetness. Yes, sis, they could keep that Kool-Aid, sis. No, thank you. If they hate, then let them hate and watch the money pile up. Of course, the money gonna pile up regardless because anywhere I go, I always seem to find money. And it could be the $1 in my bank account. No lie. I always find money, literally. And then I remember if I go through my clothes, I find a whole bunch of dollars, whole bunch of $20, $100 in my clothes. And I ain't wear them in a minute, but always like different season. I wear different clothes. It's pretty much core season. So right now it's winter, so I found money in my winter clothes, jogging pants. What's that called? Thermal pants, keep you warm and stuff. I was finding money in my spring clothes and summer clothes. Like, goodness, I was grateful. I wasn't knocking it. The Lord will provide, they say, and He did on time. I mean it like that. I know you mean it. I know. And that's the thing, like, even though the situation with Storm Monroe, I don't have no hate with the guy. You know, he gonna say whatever he gonna say, he gonna pop off his lip, he gonna do whatever he gonna do. But at the same time, what got him triggered mad when I said that he is afraid of commitment. And it's true because you talk about everybody relationship and situation, but you are afraid of commitment in your own self. And then you gonna start out the blue call me mother sucker. I ain't gonna say the actual word. Mother sucker and let any mother sucker bully me. First of all, I knew he was good with words. And I always still know he's still good with words. So not only that, I still respect Storm. I don't have no animosity against Storm. I don't hate his guts. I don't wish nothing ill on him. I forgive him because I'm not gonna mess up my blessings because he wants to be, in his feelings because he don't like be called out and things like that. And then he feel like, you know, well, we'll be this, be that. And no one is not trying to be a B or call him out as one either. I'm just saying, like, Storm, it went left when you got your feelings when I said commitment. And then you're going to hang up on me at the same time. Like, I don't have no animosity against you. But at the same time, I respect you because I could match your energy just as fast, real quick. Because these other YouTubers, they only could do shots. But I'm smart. I know how social media run in general. Regardless you delete the video will still be up. It's just gonna be somewhere else hidden or in the black web with other videos, things people thought they could hide and still put up there on there as well. Not only message energy, if I really wanted to, I could shut Storm Monroe's channel down, period. Cause I know technology. And I know people who knows technology and work at YouTube could do that too as well. But I didn't do that because I think he's a very good YouTuber and I'm always entertaining. And I love everything about him as a crazy person. I'm glad that he brought back the 219 storm, roasting people and things like that. But at the same time, try to be rude when someone who wasn't being rude with you. And not only that, everybody was roasting his childhood pictures. And you was getting mad at me roasting your childhood pictures like everybody else. And hit a nerve. And then you try to say that I'm being real rude and disrespectful towards you. And try to join the Storm Monroe this, channel and whatever train what he got going on. Because he's saying as well, Conscious was judging him, Tasha K, many other people was coming after him. And I wasn't coming after him because I was trying to understand because every video you did, you talk about relationships. Every one of them. Either celebrity relationships, relationship with other YouTubers, relationship with your mom, relationship with Love Jones. You talk about relationships. So I'm trying to get a clear understanding why you don't have a relationship with yourself. But when you read people too good like I can, it hit a nerve. Always that worst side shout outs come out and they want ready to attack all the time. And not surprised because as a psychologist in the making, they said be ready because a lot of people will try to be rude and attack you because of what you exposed and said about them. Oh yeah, I told Storm about himself. I told him he owes you an apology. Yes, I did. I know Storm. I read Storm very well. Even though he know he was wrong, even thanks to Lojo, she would say you didn't really have to go off on her like that. After they laughed and said whatever they said. And she like, but he still try to say, she won't ask that question again, but still, you should not say that about her. Cause I wasn't trying to be rude. I just read Storm in the moment of reading him while talking to him. And knowing Storm, he ain't gonna owe me no apology. Him and Love Jones already talked about it, which is none of my business if they do or don't. But at the same time, I know he not going to do it, and nor will I hold my breath see it either, because it takes a person with growth and character know when to rat, when not to rat. So if you gonna do that to me as the person calling, what you gonna do to a subscriber who calls in asks you about commitment and relationship? Because not many people go back to watching your video, regardless it's a month old to a year old. They not. They only watch it within that month or wherever they feel like watching certain videos. That's how people are. Oh yeah, well, and yes, I did. I did it on Love Show. Did you see it? I saw the recap because at first, right now, I'm saying you're not loyal, and I think she feel like I'm not loyal because when Conscious TV was doing his shows, his lives be long, like literally long. From one time I was on it when he was doing Robin Williams, the female CEO. That live went to 7 hours long. 7 hours long. So I like, yeah, I can't do this. And then he got lives that's 5 hours, 4 hours long. And mind you, I got short attention span. So as it going this long, as my view is too, yeah, I can't do it. I can't even rewatch it. So it's gonna be is what it is stuck on here. And then for the Legends one, I heard while watching it, speed watching it, I have it on two because again, short attention span. And I heard when she said she was getting fleeked by Conscious because of how she was with Storm and then feel like she was doing too much and that she was saying too much, and he was also saying that he don't really like Love Jones all like that. And that's when I was watching it with you guys after watching her video because I didn't know what she was talking about Conscious as in a review or what, because that's how the video was starting off as like another review. So at that time, I was like, okay, we in some stuff. Like, what's the shots? What was saying? And then here's Storm talking on the phone. They're like, yeah, they coming after you because you with me. That's why they don't like you. That's why they don't like this. That's why they think you hopping wherever they was saying. But yeah, it was getting crazy. He got on me too when I said it sounded like fear of commitment, but that's just how he is. Exactly. That's what I said. I'm not mad about it. That's how he is. That's how he feels. That's how he gonna react. Because when you tell someone who is fearful of committing, it hit a nerve for them. It doesn't hit a nerve for you. Like, oh my God, why you? No, it hit a nerve for them because they know they fear of commitment and they don't want to be hurt either. So he put in a protection barrier, try to protect himself because he don't want to be in pain for whatever reason. And then he's also got an example of that at home. His mother father always argue. He said it in one of his videos. And then his father always leaving and cheating on his mama with different females that he realized and did not know. We go back and forth and been going back for years. That's how we exactly. Jones clipped the part and posted as a separate little segment when I was on her show. And I told Storm, you owe my girl me a new post and apology. And yes, I did. And I saw that. And then knowing Storm, he not going to do it. I read people body language. I listen to the things they say and don't say. So, like I said, I won't hold my breath into it because at the same time, that's what he feel. Then that's what he feel about the situation. And at the same time about Storm, he don't like be called out. As you see, many people call him out and he get mad about it. Even when Legends call him out, he get mad about it. He was mad because you said something about fear of commitment. He does not like having vulnerability, as in being called out as a fear. Do you know what I mean? But me and Legends understood. Yeah, I knew what you mean. He don't like be called, exposed as, vulnerability. He don't like it at all. Storm, my boy, it. I said something to him. So did people in the chat. It was like 1,000 in the chat. It was over 1,000. I think it was over 1,400K was in his chat, and lots of them saying that it was just a logic conversation. Everybody was having logic, giving pointers when I was up there with him and Love Jones. And then they said they was confused, like, why do you, they all comment and said that. Why do you say that? And only few of them was laughing, thought it was the funniest thing, but it showed where their mentality was at too as well. Because they was in there for the drama. They wasn't in there for seeking logic about the conversation or about the show that Storm was throwing. Go back and check that out. I did check out that live. That's how I knew what you was meaning about what was going back. I was on Legend Show for like 35 minutes to an hour. And I told him he owe you an apology. Yeah, I saw that. And then I also saw that, he kept making a comment, well, she ain't gonna ask me that again. I like, first of all, like, you ask people questions that they don't want to answer, but they answer anyway. You gonna answer my questions or any other person questions. Again, I don't do online fight or social media fight because I know how social media operate and runs. I know how it goes. I know the words that he's saying try to be like, oh, I'm a victim and she try to attack me. No, I don't do CTV. Don't trust him. I think he likes Storm. CTV sneaky, and he calls us fish and sis. And I unsubscribe from all of them who do that. CTV, he educational, but at the same time, he also blocked me because he said I was calling in too much, but I was having internet problem at the time. And then I tried to log off, and then again, anyway, wound up blocking me. I'm like, it's fine. I'll watch the show. If it's interesting, I'll watch it. If not, it all depends on how long he gonna be. Cause I can't do no 7, 6, and 5 for 4 hours. I can't, or 3 hours. My tops of maximum hours is really an hour and a half. Honestly, I love Storm, but we have been going back and forth in chats for so long. It's so funny. I don't care. I love him. That's my boy. But I had to let him know, like, you was wrong. Of course, Lil Jones let him know he was wrong. People in the chat let him know he was wrong. Even you got there made call, let him know that he was wrong while Lil Jones was sipping her water. Again, I pay attention to people body language. I pay attention to what they saying, what they not saying. That's the idea of working in psychology. You pay attention with the words coming out their mouth and the body language of how they saying that. So yeah. But she was joking with him, just messing with her. He is crazy though. But she was joking with him, but just messing with her. Of course, we stay laughing. That's a thing. Even though he's being serious and try to play it, soft downplay, but Storm, he be really meaning what he's really saying, even in a joking manner and stuff. And people around him knows that, and people who don't know him but very good at reading character knows that as well. So I don't have no hard feelings for Storm. He could do whatever he want, please, but just don't disrespect me because I'm not the one. Nor am I trying to disrespect him. I'm just a curious person like everybody else. Why you don't have a mate? Why you, if you don't want to talk about your relationships, just let people know. Even though I talk about celebrity relationships, stay out my relationships. Every video he gotta say that because you're gonna have new fans, new subscribers come on your channel. Curious to ask, so I thought she was messing with him. I did not realize you was asking a question. I thought you were ripping him. No, I was asking a question. I was asking a question because she said something about him talk about relationships and things like that. And I was curious. I let him know I was curious why you have a problem with commitment. And that's when it went left. When I said he had pretty much a fear of commitment, and he just went in, talking, saying all types of stuff. And I would allow no mother effer tell me about nothing, no all this. I like, sir, everybody asked you the same question, and you didn't win off on any of them. You didn't went on off on Amar Wiggins when he said you was sneaky and that you wasn't really talking much about relationship with him. Same thing with what's that other man name? Conscious TV. He was talking about relationship with you when you was talking about nasty and freaky and all this. And to me, again, you're not freaky. He not freaky. He just nasty. Freaky is a man who will try anything and everything. Pansexual. Whatever he interested in that moment, he would try. Even with Jingling Dangling and JJ and Judge the Substance on Jingling Dangling. That's some freaky stuff to me. But everybody freaky is different. So hey. People in the chat was like, oh gosh, yeah, Storm, why you do that? She had like 1.k or something like that. Yeah. People are like, why you do that? Not Storm, Conscious blocked me. Conscious TV blocked me on his channel with the StreamYard because he was saying that I was calling in too many times, which I was. I was having internet troubles. And I got new internet, so don't worry about it. I thought he was just messing with him, playing with him, so we didn't understand why he did that. I was playing with him. I was playing with him and asking a curious question. So when he did that, that threw me off because I'm a genuinely a nice person. And when you're a genuine nice person, people think they can walk over you, disrespect you any kind of way that they want to until they find out that you have a savage side, but yet yours just as worse and brutal as theirs. So he didn't meet the old Autumn, but I know a couple of other people met the old Autumn. I tell you that, and they ain't locking it right now. They receiving karma after karma after karma, like a BB gun or AK-20. Was it 47? Whatever. They getting the ripple effect. I tell you that for sure. She was sipping because I was laying into him. It was like a nervous, like almost an agreement with me, and she didn't know I was going to do that. Of course it was. I tell she was nervous the whole entire time because Storm, he's the type of person who can lash out any minute, and then it could be a simple conversation. So it could be a simple, genuine, nice, but he one of those type of people they gonna lash out because that's the lash out is pretty much a way of defending themselves and protecting themselves. So that's why I said in the way he feel like he was protecting himself because he don't want to be hurt or vulnerable because he had been hurt past in a relationship, regardless if he tells us or not. He has. So usually it starts at home before relationship outside the home. Sorry, I type fast so I can't chat and move it slower than I am typing. I respond to you in real time. It make my answer seem a little weird. Sorry. I meant CTV. Yes, CTV. He blocked me because he said I kept calling him. I don't think Storm meant no harm, though, sis. You just caught a little stray, caught a stray bullet. You right. Don't be upset. I've been cursed out. Oh, I'm not upset. The whole entire time I was looking like that psycho man, I mean, laughing with tears in my eyes, and the tears was laughing. So it wasn't of being hurt, feelings hurt. I was rolling the whole entire time, even while watching the video afterwards. I was still rolling. And because at the same time, it's like I wasn't trying to be rude, but at the same time, I understand some people have a trigger point and touchy feeling point. So I know it was his trigger point now, and don't do it because again, he's still sensitive in that area. That's what it means. Not because he don't want people to know about it, it's still sensitive. That's all. Storm is really great. I think he meant you no harm to, but I truly feel you. I was just sitting with my mouth open and think I'll start typing. I typically I type really fast. I do too, and then sometimes mine be sound like, "Oh, what you say? Misspell words." Instead of add an A, I accidentally add a Q as a word. So yeah, no hard feelings anywhere at all. And at the same time, if you do or don't watch my video, it's found by me. No hard feelings again. On top of that, yes, I'd be like, oh no. Yeah, I'd be like, oh no. Because me, I like, you can't retake back what you're saying because you are typing and people like, what you mean? You gotta rewrite, respell. You're like, oh shucks, darn it. And then sometimes the typing just be as worse as, the grammar typing be as worse as you. And they still put a different words than what you really was typing using. I know story could be blunt, frankly, but there's people out here who don't like people blunt and Franklin, and they will unsubscribe if he done one of those to the subscriber or to the wrong subscriber. So me, I don't care because I get it all the time. Both my parents are Franklin and blunt. They don't have no filters. They don't care. They hurt your feelings. They go sleep like a baby right after telling a person to hold off for 12 hours straight. So I'm used to it. And I know. And I'll be laughing on her time when he cussing people out. I'm like, why you cussing them out? They was just asking a curious question, Storm. Jeez, I'm just saying. Some questions y'all can't be questioning, some things y'all be saying, and sometimes and he make fun of people talking. Like people be having, speech pattern, and sometimes they type fast and they brain be going miles faster, Storm. They can't control it. Them ain't nothing like a good roast session. Yes, we all have roast sessions. I was brought up in the streets when they used to do Yo Mama jokes. Yo mama big, yo mama skinny, yo mama hair, yo mama ain't no hair no hair. Yo mama young, yo daddy old. I was raised in that generation when everybody was doing open roast, everybody was laughing. Talk about everybody. Nowadays, everybody want to censor people, get their emotion. They want to cry. They want to report people. They want to pull up, do shoot them up, pop out. Like nothing can't be joked no more. Everybody too sensitive these days. It's like it's a turnoff. This really is a turnoff. Yes, ain't nothing. So will you ask him another question like that? Of course. Of course. I want to know if every kid you tell them don't ask me again, and then they ask you again. Yeah, of course I'm gonna do it. So he might as well get used to it. It's gonna be me or another subscriber. Of course. I'm one of the kids that press your button and ask 55 million questions. Yep, that's me. My parents will tell you. Yep, that's my child. She don't care. She gonna ask them again and again. Yes, your mama. I was born in that era. We was doing Yo Mama Joe, street roasting, everything. We did it all. We didn't care. We was them bad tail kids. And I'm a year older than Storm, so it doesn't have no bother fact. It's my you a like brother sister relationship, but we not blood though. It's just the situation. Now these kids nowadays take that as bullying. They don't know what bully is. It's a difference between bullying and teasing. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. These new generations, they are sensitive. You could be teasing them and they think it's like you really mean it. They take everything to heart. Like, yo, it's just a joke. Chill. Nobody ain't try to come after your mama. Chill. Nobody ain't try to come after your daddy. Chill. Don't. Why you crying for? What you mean it hurts? I ain't even put my hands on you. You crying, talk about I'll hit you. I ain't even hit you. Like it's that situation. Like child, it's just ridiculous these days. Her age. And Will, you funny. And Will, you funny. Autumn. I cannot with you. Yeah, I'm serious. I will ask them again. I just gonna put in a different formation, but you know I asking the question where I'm asking. Of course I will. And asking different other questions in different other forms. Exactly. I have no chill at all. I way older. Don't tell nobody I told that. Girl, you ain't older. You just still young. You get old when you reach 100 in a century. Your tail become old. Your tail still young like the rest of us. You just in the middle stage. You ain't all the way fully there at the old at 100. Okay, that's my definition of old 100. You live several centuries, several decades, seen a whole bunch of things, and saw all your kids reproducing more kids. So, girl, you still young. You ain't there yet. Yes, they chumps nowadays. Of course. They sensitive, they weak. They always quick calling police about any and everything. Then they want to put in reports. Then they want to play the victim. These kids are sensitive. Like, what the fudge going on here? Then they crying. Then they feel like you take away their life when you take away their phone. I'm like, we wasn't even like that. We was told go outside play, and we went outside play. We used what we had outside in our imagination. Nowadays, these kids want a Game Boy, PlayStation. They want us to be in the house, like child, whatever. I am older than you and starring on me. I know what you meant, girl. Well, not way older. Girl, you're not 100. Just say you still with the youngins, okay? When you reach 100, you'll tell old as fudge, okay? They are lazy. Nowadays, they create shortcuts of doing everything. Now they create robots to take over their job. And my robots gonna end up being iRobot pretty soon. Robots gonna just rebel and attack everybody. They will be over these phones and tablets. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. I saw on social media a boy got pissed off at his mom. She took his game, and he came back and pow her. It's serious out here. These kids don't play about their phone tablets. And it was all over the news and social media. Both white and black moms been in that situations. So it's serious out here. I am under 100. I know that's right. I'm trying to tell you, you still young buck. When you reach over 100, your tail is old. You is ancient. You is history. You are an ancestor. When you reach over 100, you got ways to go. Yeah, he pow her. It was all over the news. He got mad because she took his game because he wasn't doing house chores and he wasn't listening. So I'm just letting you know, these kids, they are addicted to games and their technology. They ain't playing with nobody. Hey, I took 25. Yes, you do look 25 though, so that's a good goal. There's kids 25 look like they 100. Like, what are you doing looking 25 with an old man face? For example, what's the guy, Jonathan? What's his Major? Jonathan Major got thinking dude. How he look old in the face, but yeah, he got a young boy body, a young man body. Like I don't get it at all. Like how that work? How many centuries did you cross over, Jonathan? Let us know. While you getting ready to be booked on February 6th and going to jail next year. And who told you to leave the house to meet up with the white woman that you got in altercation with in the first place? Your tail should stay home and sleep about it. I don't know what they going. I don't know what took place. We would never know. But why his tail left the house, meet up with that woman? Them at least be slick though, but y'all gotta stay woke and aware. Oh, you need to do a story on that. I didn't hear that. I was talking about mostly saying them being up their teachers, but wow, pop out your mom. Yeah, they pop out their mom over games. And they beating up teachers. Whole bunch of teachers are being beat up just recently. I think it's either in Arkansas, a black lady teacher who fought a student and was recorded beating up the young girl, black young girl at that. Did he really show his son stuff like that? Because I didn't see any alter. No, he just saw that he had a Bill Cord belly button, which is belly button that's pretty much stick out. And then the old folks, they said just put a quarter on it and stick in. As the baby get older, it will grow inwards. So they had different reasons to tell why your baby belly button stick out. Some say it's because of the intestines are sticking out through the belly button. That's the reason. My son tried that when he was really young. He told somebody at the school he was going to pop out and let me and his father, and I told him I would do you first. I know that's right. I'll send you back to your maker after I already make you. That's right, mama. But he was really young and it was over some Roblox. And that's what it was. Roblox. And what's the other one they got now games? A couple other ones I can't think of because I ain't had playing games in years. I'm still stuck on PlayStation 2. That was my era. And before that, Game Boy 64. Mine was gold, custom gold. And all that was pretty much gave away. And him PSP I had also. So yeah, I was a gamer in my teenage years, but I got older, it just grew out of me. But I play phone games every now and then, so not fully then, I should say. We're trying to figure out why he would do that. What he's mad about and the whole time it was because he to delete Roblox because he was chatting and I let him know that was yeah, the chat room is dangerous. You got pedophiles in the chat rooms of lots of these games, and they pretend to be your kid friend, get information. Same thing with scammers. Same thing with other individuals. They do it. Hackers. They was talk with the kid, let them know what's in their house, and how many rooms they got, and giving all types of informations. And that's why I let people know, friends, family, like, yo, you can't have your kid always on there because they'll give information without knowing that, they could be talking to a creepo. No, you can't chat on there. I know you could chat on there. PlayStation 5 and also PlayStation 4 you could chat. Same thing with Xboxes 360 and up. They have like a new age you could chat on all of the systems. Even when you do phone games, they have a chat room you could talk to people. Didn't know you could chat on there. Sorry, autocorrect is killing. Yeah, you could chat on there. You could chat on all the games and things like that. And that's why I tell people, like, be careful what you post because we in a digital age. People don't have a strong discernment to tell what's real or what's fake nowadays. They think everything is real. And it's not only that, kids think they are everybody friends, and not everybody really want to be your friends because for variety reasons we do not know. But you gotta play it safe. Shoot, I am so blunt and direct. I remember my daughter was playing with paper and burnt it, and she left it sitting on the edge of the table when I woke up. I let her know that's dangerous. Of course, kids mindset, they do treacherous things. You know, do you want to alive yourself? You do that. But I do not want to go out by the fire. She played with fire or paper ever again. Oh, I will tell you like it is. Yeah, kids. I remember one time we had got mad at our uncle. He was making us clean the whole house in his mess that he made, and then he wanted to cook us him something to eat. So I remember me and my cousins, we made him food and we just threw all types of stuff in there, and we had super hot sauce inside his food. And then he told us it was good, and we look at each other like that dude nasty. He is nasty. We made him ramen noodles with leftover, I think turkey or chicken or something like that in there. And then we had like mayonnaise in the Roman noodles, and then we had a whole bunch of hot sauce in there. It was gross watching that dude eat it. I like, oh my gosh, this dude is gross. But yeah, we was laughing and rolling the whole entire time. Kids does treacherous stuff out of pranks, so it was a prank in ours, but we ain't try to like kill nobody at all. Not that I know of. So yeah. What other topics talk about before I get ready to log off? My battery might die pretty soon. Who saw the movie Aquaman too? That was a pretty good movie. I liked it. Of course, I believe it. Daughters are pretty much something else when it comes to parents. We're mother twins, regardless they like it. The old saying, you can't rebuke you out of you, so your kids are a resemble of you. A lot of times they say. I was supposed to see the movie, but I was like, yeah, it's still out. It's still going to be out, I guess, for another month before they take it off, and then you see it on mainstreams like Amazons and all them other Hulu and stuff like that. Do you see the? No, I hated it. When I heard Oprah behind it, I didn't watch it. I ain't even pay for it. I don't do Oprah. Oprah, what happened to them 80,000 black African kids that went missing? Oprah, what happened to them 30 Hawaiian kids that was gone missing after the fire? Anyway, I ain't saying nothing. I just put down. Y'all let me know. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to see it. Too much of a fan of original one. The original one was okay. It was somebody else told her to play that one. The original one. And was the original one was by somebody else who make it. Oprah then had money much like she had now to make a new one after she bought the first one. So the old one was better to me than the new ones. Sorry, Fantasia, girl, you did a good job. Same thing with Taraji. I know she gonna kill whatever acting gig she get, but Oprah, no, I just couldn't do it. All those girls that got violated at her school. That's what I'm saying. She had a picture of her, had all them girls at her school. All of them were white. And then next thing you know, the girls were gone missing. You never seen the girls again. And then other speculation was, Oprah was part of the shared trade team. We can't say the word, but you know what I mean. It's a book by Alice Walker. Yeah, I know that. It's a good book. I like the book though. They also got the audio version too, for those who can't read. But yeah, let me get ready to go. Bye, y'all. Got 1%. Have a nice day until next time. Peace.